Why does it never change the bloody thumbnail for me? What I want to do is put football on. On here. On here. This PC. Pictures. That one again. Right. I'm not buying any FIFA points, don't worry. Basic. Let's go back. Live ASMR. Watching. There we go. That should update. And then we'll go. What do I watch? I watch football on here, don't I? I do. I just do. I want this whisper. I've got it to shine in. Yeah. Same, Charlie. I can't believe how much they've spent. Please log into BBC. There we go, that's what I'd like to see. Yeah, I've got. I am very good. I'm now watching the match and playing FIFA. There we are. Got it going good. Kicks off in about 10 minutes. Let's build a team. I don't think it should be in it, Marcy. I'm not today. He shouldn't be in it. He was injured a lot last season. Didn't even have the best starts. Hasn't even had the best starts this season, if I'm being totally honest. What leagues do I need? Saudi. Let's see who I've got from the Saudi League. Ukraine. Where's the Saudi League gone? Oh, I've got Giovinco. That's class. I like the fact I can use Giovinco. This guy looks okay. This guy doesn't. That guy does. Just because of his pace. Formation. Okay. 4-2-2 because that's my favourite formation, you know. Come on, guys, leave some comments for me. You guys are being a bit boring, aren't you? I watched that clip from yesterday. Let's no constant players I want. What's good, Carls? How are you, bro? I'm good. How are you? How's work? It killed me today. I was sat down all day counting cards, and if you don't know how much of a struggle that is, you might think that's really easy. My head literally is frazzled. Is that one of the thingies? Squad builder channel. Oh god. Alhamdulillah. Go for inform handler. Giuliano. Count cards must be, it literally is. I must have counted about 4,000 cards today. It took about 7 hours as well. Caesar, we'll go with Michael. I have not seen the FA Cup draw. I've just put it on. I've got a video editing in the background of me streaming, so you may not. I'm just trying to stick in a load of players that I can add into the squad, you know. Right, let's see how we're doing for now. Listen, dialogue's okay. Al-Ahmadi or Souza. Definitely Souza. Petros over this guy. Yeah, arguably. Juliana goes in as well. Centre back of Maicon. And this guy. Handler up top, 100%. This left back's going to have to go in. Who have they got in goal? This guy. That's fine by me. I've got half a Brazil squad in here. Who do I have up front? Do I go with Al Sommer? Two really slow players up top. Just hope that pacey Cams can get forward. Or do I go do I drop one to Cam? Oh god, right, back up to 26 blue. Any stories? No, not from today. Up at Prime Schmeichel, very nice. I use bronzes, it's easy. Yeah, fair enough. Who did Liverpool get? Should I save all the Team of the Year challenges until the whole team is in packs? Yes, 100%, that's what I've done. Arteta not messing about tonight, strong team out. Good. I think Arteta needs to play a strong squad. I think this is the time where players need to begin impressing Arteta. So putting out a weak squad isn't good for anyone. He needs to be able to experiment in training, whilst also being able to decide, I don't know what am I doing, I want to get rid of these. He needs to know who he wants to be his perfect 11. It's something that Arsenal have struggled with for the past couple of seasons. It is picking a out and out first 11. And we're choking again. Thoughts on Chelsea going after Gabby goal? For me, a little bit confused. It's someone I've never actually heard about, so I want to reserve a bit of judgment because of that. But also, knowing how much we've spent in the past on players, I don't want to pick this guy up for the sake of just picking him up, you know. Because I know that technically we could waste a lot of money if Inter Milan go, oh, but he's such a good young talent. Why would we ever let him go? And Chelsea go, well, we want him, so we're going to pay 40 million. And they go, okay. When in reality, he's probably only worth about 25. You know, could be one of them ones. So, Alhamdulillah, Al Sommer, and then I'll just go get normal players. Chelsea strikers are better than... Exactly. Ooh. Who should become the 12th Team of the Year player? From the player pick granted to you, select which of the following 5 nominees you want to win. They'll get a full Team of the Year item upgrade from Friday, January 10th. Where is it? Is it a pack? Themed objectives. Flashback Iniesta. Oh, objective! I haven't even seen that. No, I'm not doing the Neuer. A, doesn't fit my squad. B, isn't particularly... on a basic, sends him to 99 everything anyway. Team of the Year fans' choice. Ronaldo's going to win. Lewandowski deserves it. I'm going Sterling. I'd love a team of the year Sterling card. That Ronaldo for me really doesn't do anything. If they put a Ronaldo out, he's going to be the same as that team of the year Messi, SBC. It's just going to be, you might as well go out and buy an inform Ronaldo. It's going to be that expensive. If Sterling gets one, there's an element where he could be affordable. There is a chance that he could be affordable. Leeds are playing well here already. I mean, we're 10 seconds into the game, so I don't know about that, but okay. Watch them concede now, I've said that. Let's go and check this out. I didn't save the clip. Oh, I'm fuming. Score using Spanish players in 2 separate rival wins to earn the flashback on 7 game limit, that's fine. Score using Meja Yasuda J1 players in 3 separate squad battles on minimum professional difficulty. I've got an idea. Midfield maestro, assist 8 goals using 3 passes in rivals. That's fine. Score a finesse shot using the league players in 4 separate rival wins. So win 6 rival matches using 11 Spanish players in your starting squad. Yeah, it's on BBC One, mate. You can watch this for free. If you look on the Twitter, everyone is voting lower. There's a massive movement about it in the community. Yeah, to be fair, he does deserve it the most, and he probably will get it over Ronaldo. He deserves it the most. Personally, I've chosen Sterling because I'd prefer Sterling. It's as simple as that. Special Al Summer. And Liverpool fans in here. I'm a Swansea fan, and we're signing Brewster on loan. Are you actually? Well, that's decent. Or anyone that knows about him. That's a good move for Brewster. He's a very talented young up-and-coming player, so getting anyone is better than no one, isn't it? Did you Roy Keane sell? No, not yet. Fuming. I've got to relist him tomorrow night. And Allah. What's his name? Hamdallah. There we go. Don't know if he's any good. $10,500. Okay. I'll quick sell it once I bought him. I almost coughed again. Giuliano. There we go. Send Tammy back to Swans, please. No. Yeah, it was decent back when you had a team of the season. This is an inform that's 82 rated. Probably not the best. Leeds fans class tonight. Leeds are going to be class tonight. I'm calling it now. Michael. I don't mind going 3,200. He's going to be like under a K. How did you get what? So much cash. Go check out my road to glory, bro. You'll see what happened. Just saying. I don't know what's going on with this YouTube thing because I'm going from like 38 viewers to 50 viewers to like 12 viewers to back to like 30 viewers. Who else do we need? I don't know any more of the players' names. Souza, I know that one. So, Marcelo Grohe. I bought Al Sommer. Didn't I? How strange. Souza and Petros. Souza. That wasn't the guy I'm after, is it? Is this the guy I'm after? You up for watching the 2016 Scottish Cup final? I feel like it's the most underrated game of last season. 2016? You mean 19? I don't know. No, mate, watch 2012. Decade on. Fair enough. Fair enough. Nah. Some sort of Pepe that long. I didn't see what happened. Petros. Thank you, Peter Vigstein, for the 10 Norwegians. Is it Krona? I think it's Krona. It is all Leeds, to be fair. They seem to be on the front foot. And Pepe gives the ball away. And wins it back. And takes it past everyone. Go on, Pepe. Oh, this is what you're going to... Yeah, give the ball away. I assume my stream's a little bit behind what you guys are seeing now. You've got mail. Thank you. The super chat from Peter Vigstein. It's just come through on my stream. I just packed Team of the Year Marnie in a 7.5k pack. Tweet me or it didn't happen. How far behind your stream, mate? I'm on... from when you take 10 seconds, add 10 seconds to the number I'm about to say. I'm literally just coming up to 6 minutes. If you guys are probably on like 7 or 8 minutes, I'll be fuming. Petros, I need good hair. Good hair. He's the best keeper in the league. 7 minutes 20, of course. That's about right. Good hair. And I don't know the left back's name. Are you doing a pack opening? I'll be doing a pack opening for next Monday's episode. So a week today, you'll see a pack opening. But not like no FIFA points, it's just what we've got left on the account. Probably not going to pack anything though. You could have caused havoc there. Happy birthday, Owen Holly. It's because Ollie Woolley commented above you. No, I don't want club. I want transfer market, man. I am the market man. Left back. There we go. Want to play a match against me? Nah, not particularly, mate. I need to do my icon swaps objectives. I want to go to the J League. That one. Have I got anyone from the correct team? Not really the best, is it? And I didn't wear images. I'll donate 50 knock if you win. That will be class if you do. Oh no, this is if I play you. No, I can't play against you, I'm afraid. I've got too much to do. Sorry, not sure if it's been asked anyone else. Are you planning any agent roleplays during the transfer window? Yes, actually. If you go to my main channel or any of my main videos, look in the description. There's a link to my schedules. Or my schedule. There's a link to my schedule. And from there, you can see what's coming up. I update it daily, so always check back because I may change a few things. J League. JJ does. Nakamura play in the J League. Does he play for Vitesse or whatever the team is? Vissel Kobe. Is it Vissel Kobe? Golfing on a budget coming back. Will do. There'll be a series 2 this year. Maybe a series 3 this year. I'm waiting until it starts to get a bit warmer again. I don't mind. I've said last night I don't mind playing. Using Medusa. So any 3. Okay. So just from that league. It says access. Oh. Spreadsheet says access denied. You can't edit it. Does that mean you also can't view it? Okay, that's fine then, because a lot of people are hacking into it, so I'd rather just not see it. I am trying to do the objective. But I'm trying to get this done at the same time as what I'm also doing. Thank you for the extra 10 Norwegian krona. I am male. Get it. Like I say, if anyone wants to donate over to the, if anyone donates enough for like 100k pack, I'll open one. How about that? You can now buy a cheeseburger. Cheers, bro. And remember, you do realise, you know, when you click that super chat button, if you actually type in a comment, it comes up on stream. So your comment gets seen by the whole stream rather than just in the chat as well. Haven't been on FIFA. What would the vote for the 12th man? I guess Lewandowski was in there. Yes. Ronaldo, Lewandowski, Sterling, and a few others I can't even remember. I might just go with Kobayashi then. Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya, my lord. There's line. There's bound to be loud in Ryan's. Let's have a look. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Oh my god, Leeds. Don't tempt me with that. Don't tempt me by saying 125k packs are out. No. £5. Thank you ever so much, Halfen. Love your content. Keep it real. Thank you ever so much. You've got no, because 125k pack is currently what, £14? FIFA points, 2,500 FIFA points. So 15 plus an extra 300. So 15 plus at least £2. That's £17. So that's 5 so far we've raised, plus how much? How much is 10 NOK? I think it's about £1. 10 NOK in GBP is 86p. So you currently donated £1.80. £1, yeah, £1.80, or £1.90 ish. Who do you think will win the Euros 2020? Hopefully England. So if someone donates another £10, I do need some more money. So next person, if anyone donates £10 or £20, 10 I'll consider it. 20 I'll definitely do it. Enticing, I know. But how about this? Don't donate through Super Chat. Because I don't... Oh, that's what I could do. I need to go on my PayPal and accept the money that was sent to me last night. I'll give you my PayPal link. Because it goes straight to me then. A little bit goes to PayPal, but a lot less than what does go to YouTube. How do I fucking sign in then, lads? Log in. Don't super chat anything just yet, please. Who's getting their wallets out? Come on, lads. Get their wallets out. Proceed to account over you. What are you playing at, you melt? Pending payment received. Okay, can I accept this? Accept. Beautiful. As if $5 converted to £3 something in, or go to my account. There you go. So if someone donates to me £10 on PayPal, how do I get my request money? I don't want to request it. Can I not just have... No, I don't want to request money. Share my PayPal.me link. There we go. Copy link address. Add into the description. Leeds. Oh, madness. Does that one just buy one with... Bog off. I think the final will be Netherlands, France. Yeah, that's a good shout, to be fair. Sell Mbappe now. We'll go down and buy him right at the end of Team of the Year. His price will shoot straight back up. Let's get into playing this squad battles game. Can you see my link in the bio, by the way? Just rewind. When a crowd say ball select. Rewind. Rewind. When a crowd say ball select. Rewind. What happened to the other 700k? You'll see in tonight's episode if you haven't watched the Road to Glory. Yeah, go check it out. You'll see what happened. Shape bag. What do we call then? I've got a Brazilian manager. That'd be. Yeah, Tuca Ferretti. Apologies, I have to do this almost every game. It's just apply the fitnesses this way. Norway will beat Serbia and semis in Scotland in the final to qualify for Euros 2020, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. If there's any of these 6 games, you buy a 125k pack. No. Yeah, I'm trying to sell Roy Keane currently. It's not really much of a thing anymore because it's on tonight's episode, or today's episode that came out. I bought Roy Keane because I was struggling, and then I'm trying to sell him, but his price is shot down in 2 days. So I'm a bit annoyed at that. How many icon slots will be released? Hopefully 24 again. Can I go? Thank you. Right, let's get used to playing with this squad then. I'll rubbish over here. Come on, Leeds. What a ball. Oh, what a block. I thought that got like a lot further than it did. Why do you like City and hate United? Just because, I don't know, I think there was more of a rivalry there between Chelsea and United when I was a kid. And I liked the football that City played growing up. It was very similar to Chelsea. It was very attacking. I like attacking football. I like to be entertained by football, which is why I was never a fan of when Mourinho went a bit defensive at Chelsea and other clubs. That's why a lot of people say you owe him a lot, and while I agree, are you going to open any packs? Only if people donate enough. I'm not openly going to buy any packs. I've had 2 donations so far today. 3 donations, sorry. And that's fair play. If people want to donate, feel free to donate. Don't feel like you have to. Why am I put? Because I've got EA access. So it takes off 10% discount, which is pretty cool. But when you really think about it, it makes no difference to EA at all. But yeah, so if people want to donate or do end up donating, then I may open a pack. Okay, fizz the ball in. AI. Go on, Giovinco. Honestly, EA make a ridiculous amount of money from foot. It's abominable how much money they make. Like abominable snowman levels. That's how abominable. Snowman. What did you get from EA Access? Early trials to games. I got to play this like 4 or 5 days early for a full 10 hours. Oh, gone. I had the ball. Thoughts on the Iniesta objective? I think that's class, having that flashback as an objective. I haven't actually looked at his card, but I already want it. No matter how good or bad it is, that's like a, what is it? Is it a 90 rated card or is it 87? No, his normal card's like 85. He's got to be a high rated card. Having a card rated that highly, that at the end of the day, you could just throw away into an SBC. He's Spanish, so he links to quite a lot of players. He links to that David Villa, if he did the David Villa. Was David Villa available, or am I thinking of last year? I might be thinking about last year's David Villa. I can't remember. I've had a player career mode with James and Maguire fullbacks and Wan-Bissaka and Shaw centre back. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's happened a lot on FIFA this year. I've heard a lot of people say that blah blah blah. Career mode just wrong. I've got work tomorrow. Yes. Oh, he's a 91. That's pretty sick. I got work at 3 AM UK time. Bro, where do you work? Although I'd probably enjoy that because I like nights. I'm much more productive at night time. And I always feel better if I've slept during the day. So, hey. Oh my god, how my player's not scoring. USP lot of loading packages. Yeah, fair enough. Do you enjoy it? Or is it just pure dread? If you lose one of your players. No. Why would I do that? That's just stupid. How about you sell your whole team if I win? You're not going to do it, are you? Juliano. Oh, it's horrible. Fair enough. Fair enough. If you don't like it, then you don't like it, do you? Giovinco, come on, what was that? I've had enough opportunities now to have definitely needed to score a goal. Oh my god, Giovinco. Let's make substitutions. Okay, JJ, no worries. I was a striker in play career mode, but when I transferred to Liverpool, they played Henderson at striker mid, defensive mid. That is an issue. Adult life is adult life, bills to pay. Yeah, fair point. I understand. You have to work to get dollar. And to get dollar, you have to work. It's as simple as that. How do you get that back then? Arsneal aren't doing too well tonight, are they? Oh no, it's all Leeds and up north. Saying that, are Leeds lower than us and are Leeds lower than me? Or are they higher up than me? I can never remember. I always get confused around that. No, Leeds are near Birmingham. They're definitely up more north than where I am. I always get confused about, because I always think London's below us. Like, because it is below where I am. But I always get confused as to who's actually in between me and London and who's actually above me, if that makes sense. Because I always see anything above me is north, anywhere below me is south. But then I think London's south, so I just assume that it's close to London, even if it's not close to London. You know what I mean? Why don't you do YouTube as your normal job? Imagine if I got paid enough to have YouTube as my normal job. Yes, please. I'd love to do it as my normal job. But I'm doing daily uploads currently and I'm not earning enough. If it gets to a point where I'm doing daily uploads and I can afford to do it, then possibly. You never know at the end of the year. If I'm banging 4 to 10k out, realistically I need to be hitting 10 to 20k views every video daily to earn a good amount of money from YouTube that I'd consider full-time wages-ish, depending on how much you get paid full-time, if that makes sense. From a sub-ish. I work at Audi and not decent. Audi's sick. Audi's my favourite shop. It's in supermarket. Past that, I'd probably get Tesco. Because that's where I go if I can't find what I'm looking for in Audi, which is very rarely. Oh my god, I can't score. And I want to you. I'm not letting it slip how much I earn. Because then people look too far into it. It's okay. It's a decent part-time wage for saying how much effort I put into YouTube and how much I've grinded away, especially in the last 6 months of last year. I want to try to do as many daily uploads as possible. I've got January scheduled and, well, January pretty much. I've got it planned out, I just haven't got all the videos recorded. Near a car factory, fair enough. What's your thought on the FA Cup draw? Didn't see it. Leeds, oh. Apparently there's detectives in the north looking for Leeds. Get it, because they're at the Emirates right now. Yes, I've planned 3 more scout role plays and 1 football agent role play. I've picked the 3 teams I want to do, and I haven't picked anything for the agent role play. The agent role play is going to be more transfer window related. Like Europe, it's coming to the end of the transfer window, so that's coming at the end of the month. So little insider knowledge for you there. And I've got 3 teams. I think it's pretty easy to guess the 3 teams personally. Who you think I have picked for the next 3 teams to do scout role plays on? Although I can't really call them Christmas scout role plays now, can I? Oh my god, football manager at West Ham. Oh right, okay. Yes, I need to do 1 more. I am pretty positive I'm getting sacked in the next episode. So if I do get sacked, it will be the finale, which is actually what I've got written down on my schedule. It's Football Manager finale. Then what I want to do is play a lot of Football Manager on my own and just get good at it before I do a series on it, because I can't. Hi mate, who would you say your YouTube inspiration would be? Who's your favourite YouTuber? Oh, favourite ASMR artist in terms of YouTube? Aussie ASMR man. I like his videos. Pardon me. Always have said the whole of last year from when I discovered him. I think it was about 2 years ago as I discovered him, and the whole of last year I enjoyed every single video he put out. His ASMR sick. Let me guess, you got Team of the Year messing with your look? No, haven't packed anyone yet. My favourite YouTuber outside of ASMR. Oh, whose videos do I actively click on the most? You know what? I don't even know at this stage. The Sidemen channel as a whole is probably my favourite. It's the one channel I just genuinely look forward to every video they release, whether it's a more Sidemen video, whether it's a Sidemen Sunday video. I've heard using the Scottish team is decent to start off with on Football Manager. You know what? That's a shout. I do want to do a tier 10 playthrough now that I know how to really generate profit as a local league team. I've been watching Work the Spaces, Tolaw Town, Towlaw, or whatever it's called. His tier 10 save and how he's generated coins and how he's then pulled in players. I tried to do one on stream a couple of days ago, and we were just like £200-300 a week over our limit that we'd set. So it was just a bit. Plus, apparently when you do start at like a lower tier than what's actually on the Football Manager database, when you've pulled in someone else's database, you need to set the setting of fill-in players, because otherwise you get the generic regen players that the game gives you, and that's it, and you have no other players to work with. So if you include staff and players, it will generate them for you based on the level you're at. So you'll have like a full starting 11, you'll have some subs, you'll have some reserves, you'll have your youth team. Like, they'll just be generated random players, but at least it'll fill out the club instead of you having to do it all yourself. And then, having £2 a week to work with, having to pay players an appearance fee. Do you still update your fantasy team each week, or have you kept it the same? I've kept it relatively the same. I think I made one change within like 2 weeks of it setting up. I will do a reaction video to it, although it's not actually in my January schedule. I might need to push a video away. Actually I've got 2 slots for eating videos this month, so I might reduce that to 1 and then record that at a random point. And then it's only because I would have a few more spaces, but I keep forgetting that I've recorded or planned to do something, and then when the time arises that I do go to record it, I realise that I forgot the space, so I have to make room for it. Anyway, I've done my reacting to my Premier League predictions, so that's my video done at the start of this month. I'll react to my transferred at my fantasy team, and maybe next week, some point next week, maybe the weekend, I don't know. Why don't you do normal FIFA vids? PS love your vids. Just because I prefer to do it in ASMR. Helps keep me calm, helps pass the time, helps aid the whole channel being an ASMR channel. I don't want to run 2 channels and have to try and post daily on both. I'd rather just keep everything on the same channel. I know like many YouTubers now are at the stage where it's like, I don't want to post certain content on my main channel just because I don't think it's main channel. Fuck it. Everything's main channel quality. Whatever I produce, I want you guys to see. Why would I split my audience in 2? I might as well bring the same audience across. What of a football vlog again? Well, that's something I've got to look at. Apparently there's 0 people watching. That will jump back up again in a minute. What's happened there then? Sorry. Let's go to Ryanair. I'm doing a Brentford save for my shave because I still don't really feel mad at the game now. No, I feel like it's obvious. Biggie would say that, but they just want 2 channels for more income. See, no, that'd make no difference. Because you're splitting an audio. Well, I suppose you can post daily on one and then big videos on another. But you could post daily content to a second channel, get 300k views per video. After 10 days, you could have put all of them on your main channel and got 700k views, and then a normal main channel video on your main channel. So you're limiting the views you're getting, I think. I don't care where it's from. I just want to go to Dortmund. Right now, I've got, oh, there you go, January sale on. Apparently, you can get to Dortmund for £4 on Ryanair. Who is up for a Dortmund vlog? I don't mind which thing. I just want to go to Dortmund. Dortmund's always been a place that I want to. Dortmund home matches. Let's go to Bayval Bay. Hi, are you up for a 1v1 Dortmund team? No, I'm not. Ooh, what do you think about Ronaldo getting team of the year? It's fine. He had a bit of a shit year. Exactly. I've always wanted to go to. What's the stadium actually called? Oh, Borussia Dortmund vs Union Berlin on the 1st of Feb. Kick off at 3:30. Or the 4th of Feb. Please, Ryanair, because the tickets are like €17 each. That's that. Signal Iduna Park. That's the one. Can I get tickets, please? Tickets. Ticket shop. Online shop for tickets. There we go. Ryanair. Ryanair's still not loaded. How shit is that? What a ball. Cleared. So is Socrates playing it right back? Am I seeing this right, or is it just they've sort of switched for a second? Translate the page, please. I want it in English. Bundesliga. Oh, it's only against Cologne. When will tickets for the 1st of Feb go on sale, do you reckon? This is for the 19th. No, this is for the 24th. So we're talking like almost a month in advance. It's a good like 18 days. So maybe 18 days I might relook at this and see what. So tickets from 1770, let's see. Although none available. Okay. Fair dues. I might revisit this when I can. When I can see the tickets available for that Union Berlin. Because I think they're obviously. They're probably going to win. Right. Return flights. So they are return flights as well. Let's see how much it costs. Because I know it's only Ryanair. I might bring my mate with me. Might see if Channon wants to go to Germany for a night. Or maybe like 3 or 4. You can go for 3 or 4 days. Book a hotel. For like, what, €20 it's going to cost. London Stansted. I don't want you in London Stansted. Oh my god. Not London, not London. Not Bristol. Let's go East Mids. Dublin, not Boston. Italy, Poland, Malta, Germany, Berlin. Okay, these are getting a bit more expensive than Leon told me they were earlier. Plan. Search flights. From. Origin country. Why can't I choose England? What? Why does it think I'm not in England? Oh, United Kingdom there. Right, 2. We'll go that one to Germany. Okay. Clear selection. We'll go Manchester to Germany. Clear selection. From Liverpool Airport. Did I already do Manchester? I did. Liverpool Airport to Germany. Dortmund. There we go. Tuesdays. What's this about then? What do you mean, please? I can't select any travel dates. It's not letting me. There are no dates. There are no dates available. Oh, I don't know what's going on, lads. Let's carry on playing. Yeah, well, where's the flight from? We're not sure. Union aren't actually that bad. They're mid-table and beat Dortmund in the reverse. No way. Try Skyscanner. What are you searching for? Tickets to go to Dortmund match. Oh no. No, I'm going to leave it. I'll have another look another day. Kent up on the left. Giovinco on the right. Giuliano comes off for Nishi. What do you reckon about Ronaldo not getting Team of the Year? He doesn't deserve to be in Team of the Year. Wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough at all. I think Arsenal are going to get beat. I think my manager's had like a tenner on Arsenal to get beat anyway. He's a big Championship fan. He supports Blackburn. So as much as he probably doesn't like Leeds, he'll be happy for them to beat a team like Arsenal. Just because it shows the power of the Championship. Nishi. No. Oh, shite bag, man. That was meant to go all the way across. Oh, great save. This is my plan to get goals for the... no. That's not me. Petros. You might be able to put good, like, a tackle in it. Striker with a tackling of, like, 78. Let's go. This is one of, is it 5 or 6? 6 games, isn't it? Go on, Nishi. My new guy, Nishi Batshuayi. What a through ball that is. Oh, what a goal that is. Even if Lower gets more votes, EA will pick CR7 just so more people rip open backs. I actually think people will rip open more for that Lewandowski if I'm being... Oh no, because the thing is... Oh, did it say it's going to be available via SBC or packs? Because if it's an SBC, more people are going to go Lewandowski. If it's packs, EA are more inclined to put... If it's an SBC, you've got to think about it this way. It's better for EA to put out players that people want, because more people will sink the coins into an SBC if it's a player they desire. Not that they don't desire CR7. Whereas if Lou was in packs, half of the people will be like, yeah, he's good, but let's see what his market value is before I open packs. In that sort of sense, it's more of a case of he's probably not going to be worth as much as Messi is. In terms of market value, CR7 will be worth just as much. So if it's packs, they'll put CR7. If it's an SBC, they'll give the people what they personally want and go with Lewandowski, because they know more people will sink coins into an untradeable team of the year, even if it costs like... Because then they can dictate the price of an SBC, can't they? Pretty much, they can set a bare minimum and then see players rise. CR7 the most expensive. Yeah, exactly. He's so sick on this game, by the way. Is that CR7? There we go, 6-0, very nice. I'm so mad I opened 100k, and got Crammerage. Exactly. This stream will end early, by the way. I'm not going to 12 o'clock again. It'll be ended by 10:30ish. Leeds. 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 No, corner ball. I am trying to do that in Iniesta, yeah. In some sense. Ronaldo getting informed this week anyway, so would be stupid to vote for him. Yeah, I suppose. Oh. 64. Right, let's have a look. Transfers. Special. We'll go like 1,000,000 coins. Scores the game, mate. It's still 0-0. That's his team of the year. £6.5 million for that Mbappe. Outrageous money. Mane's coming in at 3.1. Is that it? Like, don't get me wrong, that's a lot, but that is best card in the game so far. Would you rather have 2 Manes in your team? My team, Chelsea, got Hull, which is decent. My hometown, Shrewsbury, got Liverpool if they beat Bristol City at home. Jesus. Chelsea got Hull. Yeah, decent. Seems that Arteta's passing and good possession tactics fail against physical teams like... Yeah, it does. Teams that press just doesn't work. It's always been the case. To counter a nice passing team, you just got to press until they make a mistake. Then counter fast. You just got to be physically fit. Is there any message yet? What would you even stick on this guy? I'd keep him on basic. Everything goes up to 99 that you want to go up to 99. It seems I've already read that. Trent Alexander-Arnold is not out yet. Right, let's carry on. What about sticky boy stuff? Get out of the comment section, you freak. I need to apply a contract to him anyway. Because I use him very, very often. No, I've just realised I'm not currently live on my actual when I'm watching me back. I'm not keeping up with my own pace. Did you know that Frankie de Jong will be the first team of the year not to have a scanned face? Really? Well, that's very upsetting. Let's go. How's work today? Did you finish quick? No, I didn't finish quick. It was a slow day. I thought I'd be out by like, I don't know, 2-3 o'clock. No, I got out at 4:30, 4:45. Pain in the arse. I need to do exactly the same tomorrow. Except I don't have to count any cards tomorrow. I just want an early night. But I've got to pick my girlfriend up from town. Because she's out drinking with a work lot. Leeds are absolutely... This is how you do passing and possession. You don't even need possession when you... Teams that can pass now don't need possession. Teams that can pass just cut through defences. How old am I? Ooh, guess. Give you a clue. Same as Taylor Swift. Not actually the same as Taylor Swift, but... You know, she's got a song. Castro spent nearly 500k FIFA points or something bad, hasn't packed one yet. What? 47, John. 23, no. Close enough. Well, our song is called 22, so you think I'd be 22. Well, no, you say 23. I think I'm 22. I am definitely 22. Not that I'm particularly into Taylor Swift or anything. No, neither do I, to be fair. I just know that's one of her songs because it was on the radio, wasn't it? My least favorite. Ooh, that's a good question. My least favorite celebrity. Someone I just can't stand. That's always in the public eye. Probably Conor McGregor. I just find him a dickhead. Anyone that acts like he acts, like everyone owes in the world. Anyone that's arrogant enough. Like Piers Morgan's up there, but for me, you've got to sort of respect his behaviour because he really is saying, no, stop all being snowflakes. Yes, he can be very offensive sometimes. Yes, he often says the wrong thing and can appear to support the wrong cause, but really he's just asking the right questions. He asks the question that's on everyone else's mind that everyone else is too afraid to say nowadays. So, I respect him in that. Katie Hopkins gets her in the bin. She's just for that joke. You're not funny. No, Katie Hopkins, get her in the bin. She is one of those where she is a self-proclaimed racist. What even is that? She just openly goes, yeah, I'm racist. Why? It's not good. Just because you say you are something doesn't make it better. That's like going, yeah, I kill people. I'm a murderer. And then when people go, whoa, why do you murder people? They're innocent. You go, I said I was a murderer. What did you expect? No, you're still a murderer. You've still done bad things, you dickhead. Why does that give you the right to say what you feel? No. It's like when people come up to you saying, alright, I've heard you're a murderer. Oh, you stabbed me. Yeah, because, I'm known to be a murderer, yeah. Oh, okay, I didn't think you'd actually, yeah. But I told you I was a murderer. Why did you not expect to get stabbed? What? You can't have that behaviour. There's things in place. You can't just murder people. So why can you actively discriminate and claim to be racist? She should be locked up for all the discriminatory behaviour she's been part of. She said that you can't name her kids after geographical locations or names, and her kid's called India. What the fuck is that? Who the fuck does she think she is? She's pittance of the earth. She's horrible. She's awful. Anyway, McGregor came from nothing though. It's what happens when he gets that much money. Also does it to sell fights. Right, this is the thing. Yes, I agree to that to some extent. I've got nothing wrong with people, I don't know, flaunting money that they never previously had. Okay? But at the same time, you need to be able to respect the people that you need to respect. Yes, he acts like an idiot for the camera. Yes, it does sell fights. But then he always takes it that one step further that you shouldn't. He mixes passion and a character for personality and arrogance. And that's where the line gets crossed. In my eyes, anyway. He mixes his own personal life with what people want to see him as. He thinks that if he acts like a fool, everyone's going to love him. And they did at the start. And I think that's a lot of the media's fault. People looked at him and thought he's this arrogant, cocky twat, but he's won. The minute he started losing, that's the only difference with like an arrogance. if you are that arrogant character, you've got to make sure you win. Because if you don't win, everything comes crumbling down. We've seen it. Like, he's been on a very, very steep downward. Yeah, exactly. Zlatan does it, but Zlatan's proved himself. Zlatan will ghost for 3 games, then come back and score a hat-trick and say Zlatan never left. He was always here, you know? Zlatan arrives at Milan and goes, I need no people. Everyone stopped hating me. Well, he knows for a fact that probably isn't true. But he does it in a likeable way. What he does, what Zlatan does, is he's arrogant, but then he smiles. And he no matter what, he will always treat his teammates, regardless of how arrogant he acts, he'll always treat them with respect. If they mess up, he'll mock them on social media. Behind closed doors, he'll probably be like, hey, did you like my joke? Hey, I beefed you on Twitter. How jokes is that? On the pitch, if they do something well, he'll be like, yes, Zlatan, I'll raise you. Yeah, this is how good you play when you play under Zlatan. And his mates just be like, oh, you fucking idiot, in his jokes. But when McGregor does it, he's aggressive with it. And it's, I'm going to fucking knock you out. That was the poorest. What is it? How does he speak? Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. No fucking knock you out. And that's it. That's all he says. And it's like, bro, calm down. The minute you don't knock him out is the minute you look the fool. It's a different side to like arrogance and cockiness that makes you likeable and unlikable, you know. Did you see Milivojevic's red card? I didn't know. Yeah, he gets slapped by Khabib. I mean, even now he's got the rematch. His rematch isn't against Khabib, is it? It's against some lesser known dude who... Do you know what? I'm fully rooting for this other dude just to fucking knock his lights out. To show Conor that he isn't there anymore. 2 different sports, yeah, but the personalities are the same. This is what we're not comparing the sports, we're comparing the personalities. This is it, right? Tyson Fury was a very, I don't want to say arrogant, because I don't ever think I found him arrogant. I think I found him cocky to a degree. Yet he's always delivered. Even when he's lost, he's still delivered. He comes across as cocky but humbled. Conor doesn't. He comes across as cocky and a dickhead. That's the difference. If you think, no, I'm not saying he will. I'm not saying I think he will. Oh, you're thinking James O'Keefe? Okay, I don't know if you're blind to. Yeah, Conor. That's the point. But the whole point of that fight is for Conor to knock him out. We all said exactly the same about Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua, didn't we? Oh, have you seen the lad that Anthony Joshua fighting is some fat, overweight Mexican geezer? If you're Conor McGregor right now, you're thinking, yeah, this is a fight, but my next fight, I want to get Khabib. What do I need to get Khabib? I need to have a fight, I need to win that, and then I'm on to Khabib again. If you're Cerrone, however you pronounce it, I assume it's Cerrone. Cowboy Cerrone, whatever. You're thinking, I've got a chance to cause an upset here. I'm not doing that accent again. I've got a chance to cause an upset here. Even if Cerrone loses, but puts in an absolute shift, right? That's Cerrone on the next couple of UFCs, near enough, not title fights, but top of the undercards. That's him set for the next, 2 or 3 UFCs. McGregor's got a lot more to lose than Cerrone has. Cerrone can lose the fight and be like, yeah, I lost 1 fight so far, or in his run up to this fight, or however many fights he's lost. I'm now fighting Conor. If he loses to Conor, it's a case of, yeah, I lost a fight, but did you see who I lost it to? It was Conor McGregor. I was never going to win that fight. Now I'm up against a more similarly matched opponent on a much better undercard. McGregor's got, I'm fighting a nobody to try and get to where I want to be back at after not being allowed to fight. So, yeah. If he doesn't win it, then he's fucked. That's what I mean. No, you're right. Money can't buy a good personality. Who said that? Yeah, exactly. The pressure's on Conor. He'll soak up the pressure. He'll lap it up, and he probably will do well. I'm not debating the fact. But there's a lot more to lose. Whether you hate him or like him, you must have respect. He was homeless and nothing. Now he's one of the richest stars. Yeah, no, I respect the grind. I understand the grind. I respect it. You know, I'm not far from the richest family in the world. You know, I've come from having no house growing up to trying to be where I am today, let alone where my family is today. Or how have I considered that then? He's the most wins in UFC history. Fair play to him. If he does, fair play. You know, he's got the most wins in the UFC. He's done well. But does that make him a... You've got to think. We can prove all of these stats at the end of his career. The end of his career is where all stats matters the most. Okay? At the end of his career, you can look me in the eyes and say he's got the most. He was the best in UFC history. And I can say, yeah, fair play to that. While he's currently fighting, the stats are irrelevant. Whether he's got the most wins in the UFC doesn't make him any better than any up and coming talent. Because that up and coming talent in 10 years' time could have more wins than Conor McGregor, and it could all stem from beating McGregor. We don't know that yet. We don't know what the future holds. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, this might be a turning point for a young fighter. If anyone has the most wins, but he just mocks it and thinks he's got it. Exactly. Pitch pattern do I use? I honestly don't know. I just got the Mercedes-Benz Arena and it came with this pitch pattern, which I assume is nothing. And I like it and I want it to stay this way because I find it smexy. Offside. I mean, Corone has the most wins. McGregor isn't even close. Oh, Corone has the most wins. I'm lost. It's Cerrone. Why is my live stream offline? What have I done now then? What's happening to my live stream then? Hey. Well, fair enough then. Oh yeah, I'm not saying I know everything. Fair enough. I genuinely thought Conor McGregor was fighting a young up and coming talent. That's as simple as that was. I had no idea who he was. I don't watch UFC. It was just someone started a conversation about someone's most hated things and I went off on one. This is what happens when you get me talking on a tangent. I talk about bullshit. Anyway. It's done out here. He's coming off a 3-loss streak. He's probably going to retire. Well, that's the thing then. Why has Conor accepted this fight? Why not just say, I'll take a fight and I'll happily make my way back up the board. This is what I don't like about his cockiness. The whole thing about this Conor thing is he acts arrogant. He acts like he's beating the best in the world. If this guy is coming off a 3-loss streak and he is retiring, why is Conor fighting him and acting as if it's going to make him the best fighter in the world again? That makes it worse. That makes it 100 times worse. Do you not think that makes it worse? He's now fighting arguably a legend in the game. If this guy beats him, if this guy does beat McGregor and then retires, McGregor sat there thinking, fuck, what do I do now? Because I'm not getting a rematch out of this. And the UFC think I'm done. Where does he go from there? That's even worse. I know it's a warm-up, but it's a bit of a shit warm-up. You might as well fight someone that's at least a little challenging. Exactly, this is the point. He's scared. He's prepared to fight Khabib at April if Ferguson pulls out. Well, but this is what I'm thinking. Conor's got so much to lose, right? As anyone does at the top of their game. It probably makes more sense to fight a younger fighter that's on the up. especially from the UFC. Especially, I wonder if it's more Cerrone's bowing out and wants a big final paycheck, so is arranged and has made some form of deal with UFC to make that happen. He said, I'll fight McGregor because A, he knows it will get clicks. He knows it will get views. So he gets a big paycheck whether he wins or loses, and then it's done. Okay? So, Cerrone's played it very clever here. McGregor's played it poorly. Do you not think? Exactly. If I was McGregor now, I'd say, look, I want to fight. I do want to get back up to a level of Khabib, but I need fighters that will A, push me, and B, push the sport. It's as simple as that. It's not a case of who can I fight that I can beat, and who can I fight that I know I can comfortably beat, because, like you say, he can comfortably beat Cerrone. I have no doubt about that. If he doesn't, UFC lose money, McGregor loses fights and therefore money, and then Cerrone walks away, retires with another 8 million in his bank account than he did 2 weeks prior. So it's very clever from Cerrone, but go on Leeds. No. I'm not sure if Darren Till would have been such a fight. Yeah, it'd have been a fight, but that's what I'm trying to say, right? He should win, but he's risking it all on a fight that doesn't really benefit him much. Because even if the UFC look at the fight and go, yeah, you won within 2 rounds, but that's still not a... Arsenal. Great tackle, Leeds. They'll look at it. I know he does. It's still 0-0 Arsenal Leeds. Leeds are playing very well. But no, I think McGregor's at that stage in his career where he's up, he's hit the peak. He started dropping off again. He's done all this. He needs to be on the come up. He needs to choose one of them. This could be his downfall, where he tries to go for both and tries too much to prepare for both. That he doesn't. It's like, would you rather prepare for a fight 100% or prepare for 2 fights 50-50 and go into both 50-50? I know that's not quite how it works, because you focus for one before the other. This is what I mean. He's got to focus on one. He's got to build his body, and he's got to mentally be prepared for one. Not think, I want to go for that and then go for that, because then he's split his head in two. I think that's the issue. When you're young, and when you're on that rise, and you've got that determination, you can do it. I have no doubt he has done it, he's whatever. It's now that he's been put back down to earth, not that he's back down on earth by any stretch of the imagination, but now that he's arguably been forced to be humbled, I'm not sure he can cope with both mentally. You know? Not that I'm not saying he's like mentally weak. I'm just saying that I don't think, well, physically anyway. Anything. I don't know. I'm talking a load of bollocks again. You've got me on a tangent again. Let's talk about something other than UFC. Talk about something I'm genuinely more knowledgeable about. Leeds goal, Bamford. Well, cheers. I'm going to see that in a minute's time, aren't I? Cheers, lad. There we are then. If you think 170 is too much for him, then let's hope he doesn't go for the 170. I think he focuses. This is another thing. This is where his arrogance sort of comes into things. I think he focuses on the belts too much rather than the fights. Does that make sense? It's like when a footballer plays take Liverpool and you know what? No, take Leicester for example. At the start of that season, when they had that ridiculous story of they won the league with Vardy, Mahrez, and Kante in the team and whatnot. Do you think at the start of this season they had the Premier League title in their sights? No. Do you think that at Christmas the Premier League was within reach? No, they were top of the table. Don't get me wrong. They were however many points clear. But Ranieri kept saying, no, it will drop off at some point. Fitness levels will hit. We'll get a few injuries. We'll drop points here and there when we come up against the big teams. We're trying to be realistic. And whatnot. Oh, he didn't score. No, I know he hasn't scored because he hasn't scored. Oh, shit. Towards the end of the season, they said, it's possible, but we've just got to take it game by game. We've dropped a few points here and there. We've lost to some good opponents. It's close. At the end of it, they won. They won because they took it step by step. They were patient. They didn't just think by Christmas, oh yeah, we've won the title now, so it's all good. We can let off the pace a bit. McGregor needs to do the same. He needs to think about the journey he's on, the journey he's got to go to get to where he's at. He'll probably do that. He'll be fine. Oh, what a save! That is a class save. But yeah, that's just a be all and end all of that. Predictions on which month Liverpool throw a towel? They don't. They've won it this season. I'm calling it now. It's pretty easy to call, to be fair. I don't know how he's going for 2 belts because one of them Khabib holds and he fought Khabib and got mauled, and the other belt he's going for Usman, who holds is a bigger version of Khabib. Well, there you are then. The thing is, if Khabib holds the belt and beat him last time, there's no way he's beating him again. No, there's no way he's beating him this time. He's in a much different place now than he was anyway. I think mentally too much has hit him. Too much has broken him down over the past year and a half to 2 years. No, a year and a half to 2 years. That's what I'm trying to say. TalkSport is a spawn of the devil shocking. Yeah, you know what? I've seen them on Twitter recently. They just hammer the fans, don't they? People comment going, I disagree with this point here, and they go, what the fuck do you mean? It's ridiculous. He was beating Khabib 3-1 in rounds when he got submitted. To be fair, let's move on. Yeah, let's move on. But yeah. We're moving on. Because I don't know enough to arguably argue it. It's like I can let you argue about it in the comments. I just don't want it to get toxic. Therefore, I like to talk about it so people can reference points. But then when I talk about stuff, I go on a tangent about ifs and whats, and then you go, well, you don't know about this. I don't know about this. I'm just trying to be a little bit of a mediator here and try and be a little bit entertaining. I try and entertain crowds. If you come in here talking UFC and I go, oh, don't talk about UFC in here, I don't know enough about it, you'll be like, oh, right, I'll go to another stream then. I want to keep you in my stream. New topic, what's your favourite type of cheese? Oh, I'm going to dead this conversation off straight away, because I don't like cheese. So I'm going to have to say mozzarella, because I like pizzas. That's it. Deaded that conversation. Yeah, I think Leeds would do well. But I said that about Aston Villa. Aston Villa played like this in the Championship last season. Yeah, they've tried to play that... Oh, shit, he's offside. They've tried to play that way this season and it hasn't quite worked. It's 0-0. Is that Xhaka? Terrible tackle. Do you think Forest can go up this season? I honestly think they can. And I'd really prefer it if they did. Liverpool reserves are better than United's first team. Prove me wrong. Based on that performance, I've got to agree. It was a class performance. He's holding his shirt there. Jesus. Go on. Go on. Look at the space out wide. Oh, peak. Should have played that. Don't Leeds always score late on though? Or have done this Championship run? you could have taken control of that and not cleared the ball away like a penis, but you just booted the ball away. Now I've got to win the ball back. Have done. Let's push forward. Or not. Watch this. I'll score 1 goal and then I'm like, yep, fine. Everything's good now. I've been to Wembley twice. Or 3 times. A couple of times. I went to watch the Arsneal Ladies FA Cup final, was my first trip. And then I've seen Chesterfield play there in the FA Checker Trade Trophy, whatever it's called. It was a Johnston Paint Trophy, wasn't it? Final or semi-final, something like that. It was held at Wembley. That was pretty litty because I went with my step family. Oh, Reece Nelson. That's a shame because Leeds have been playing well. Although Arsenal have come out in the second half and looked the better team, so. I stay up too late. Oh my god, why have I got Taylor Swift in my head? I'll tell you what was funny earlier. I was singing Kylie Minogue at work. I can't remember what song it was, but I didn't know it was Kylie Minogue. And then I said, how many games left? Plenty games left. Yes, I was singing it and I was like, and someone was laughing at me singing it and I was like, who the bloody hell sings that? And then someone was like, oh, it's Kylie Minogue. I went, oh yeah, it's probably because I've just seen Kylie Minogue on Twitter because I'd just been scrolling through my phone. And they were like, yeah, probably. And I was like, well, no, because I didn't even know who sang it. And we had a good giggle because we were just like, I don't know who the bloody hell sang it. Why the bloody hell did I start singing it? Beatbox to your favourite song. No. That's one of the things I don't like, being put on the spot to do something. I'm just kidding. It's just one of those things where I always like, when someone says, oh, do this, and I'm like, hang on, then I do it wrong and people are like, oh, shit. It's because if I autonomously do it, then I'm probably better. But if I cognitively think about it, then I probably won't, it just comes out wrong. So like last night, someone was like, I can on occasion, well not on occasion, but on a regular occasion, I can do a Scottish accent. I often speak to my girlfriend in a Scottish accent because I know it pisses her off and it's brilliant. And I do it with Shannon when I'm out playing football. I'll just piss about with a Scottish accent and I'll pretend I'm some random footballer just for bands. Right? And then last night on stream, I was doing a Welsh accent because someone asked me to do a Welsh accent, and then someone said, oh, do a Scottish accent. And I just couldn't do a Scottish accent, even though I do it all the time. And I just piss around with it, and it's relatively okay. I just couldn't do the Scottish accent. Do you ever go to Derby? Pretty much all the time. I go to, when I go and play pool and snooker, I go to Corn Exchange. So that's pretty exciting, isn't it? Where's Mishi anyway? I need to bring Mishi on the right back. Do an Irish accent? No, I struggle with the Irish. See, I do the Irish and then it either goes Welsh or Scottish. Is that in like town? Yes, it is, Dan. Who's your favourite team other than Chelsea? So, I'm going to sound like such a glory supporter here. I have Chelsea. Chelsea's my favourite team. Chelsea I'll pick over anyone. Chelsea's Chelsea. Okay. I have 2 other teams that I like, but for different reasons. I like Forest because, you know, it's from where I'm from. I grew up playing for one of Forest grassroots clubs and, you know, going to the academy every so often, in and out of the academy, so I have ties to Forest. Half of my family are Derby supporters, half of them are Forest supporters. Will always support Forest in that respect. Okay? So, Forest, you know, they're the local team to me, if it were. They're my, you know, half the family support them, half of them don't, so it's a bit of rivalry between family and just that sort of behaviour, okay? On the flip side, I have I don't want to say current favourite because it makes me sound like a glory supporter, but I am a big fan of Liverpool. Now, there are a few ties to Liverpool between a few members of my family that have supported Liverpool or whatnot, and step family that are Liverpool supporters, were Liverpool supporters, whatever. And so it's always sort of been there. It's always been a team that I've always said I've not hated. If they do well, they do well. If they do bad, they do bad. I loved the rivalry between Gerrard and Lampard. Hence why I do say they were the best England or best BPL centre mids of this last decade. That's why they're in there. That's why they're in that team. Is because although I do prefer Lampard, I do think Lampard was better. The fact that rivalry was there shows how good Gerrard was, regardless. Okay. So exactly, that's my second point, Josh. I like them more now currently because Gerrard's no longer there, so that rivalry isn't sort of there, that bitterness isn't there. I have always really liked Klopp. I liked him when he was at Dortmund. I like him even more now he's at Liverpool. I just find him such a humbling, fun, bubbly person to watch. He always sets up to play the Gegenpress, or Gegenpress, however you pronounce it, which is just such an attractive style of football to play. Even say you're a neutral fan, whether you like Liverpool or not, you're always going to look at Liverpool and go, wow. They just play such class football. It's so attacking. It's so fluid and diverse. It's just like, it's how every team currently, if you're a Man United fan, you're looking at Liverpool, hating Liverpool, but thinking, why can't we play like that? And that's the be all and end all of why you just, currently, you've got to like Liverpool. No matter whether you're a fan or not, you've got to not even enjoy, but appreciate and respect where they are currently. That's the be all and end all. See, that's another one. Yeah, as an Everton fan, you've got to look at what they're doing both on and off the pitch. You played your arguably a good first team yesterday. Liverpool put out their reserve team, to say the least. They played quite a lot of young players. And even then, the football was just so much better. And you could see the desire, you can see the loyalty to the club, you can see the loyalty that the manager has towards some players. And you can just see the sort of, the ecosystem at Liverpool. Connor, I think you're 100% wrong there. You can't like rivals, but you can respect rivals. I respect Derby. I don't like Derby, but I can respect Derby. You have to respect your rival. Respect isn't the same as liking. It's two completely different things. You have to respect your rivals. Subscription. So who do you support if you're who do Newcastle not like? They're not near anyone. Newcastle, Sunderland? Please don't say you're a Sunderland fan. That makes it depressing. Oh, you're a Sunderland fan. Oh, you just bun off. Yeah, I don't even. Yeah. See you later. Oh no. How can you not respect Newcastle? They're in the Prem and you're in fucking League One. Or are you back in the Championship now? You had Adam Johnson. Rage, thank you ever so much for becoming a member of the channel. Thank you ever so much for joining the reserves. Derby is the... Exactly. Whether it's financially or not, no matter how much they spent on them players, the ecosystem they've built, the fluidity they've built, the just think about it this way. Do you know in the past couple of years, or even take the past 2 years for example, we've had Tottenham, Yeah, I've not. I didn't even watch the video last night. I went to bed. Cheers, Rage, for the extra £5 donation. It means a lot, bro. Take every top 6 club over the last couple of seasons. You've had Tottenham fall out with Michi Pochettino after 4 games of losing, 4 or 5 games, and whatever. Okay, they sacked their manager. You had Mourinho coming at Man United, not performed too well. Fans got on their back. Players were blaming the manager. Players were blaming the top of the leadership. You've got Man City, arguably not doing too well this season. Everyone now calling Pep a fraud. You've got... Let me carry on. You've got Arsenal really not doing well, turning on Xhaka, Aubameyang being captain. Turning on, I don't know, Mikel Arteta's now only just come in. They're still slating half the players that they've got. When is the last time, even at Chelsea, I mean, bloody Conte won the bloody FA Cup or League Cup, whatever it was. He won the Europa League with Chelsea. We didn't win the FA Cup or League Cup, was it? No, we just won the Europa League. We beat Arsenal like 3-1 in the final with an injured Conte. And he got sacked that season because players didn't like him. They didn't get on. There was so much behind the scenes, even if us fans didn't see it. It was still there. There was still tension. What have you heard about Liverpool in the last 5 seasons? Nothing, because he's built such a positive, friendly atmosphere that anyone would love to play for that club. Even if you're not a Liverpool fan, if Liverpool came up to you and said, would you prefer to be in a dressing room of Klopp and his players after a loss, or Man United after a win? I think a rivalry is better than a derby. A derby is just 2 close teams that play matches. A rivalry is a hatred. This is where football and football psychology comes into things. I think the whole hatred over specific people in a community and the mob mentality behind it all is just... It's just so pissy. It just pisses me off. Prem teams have watered it down. What packs are out? That's 12 donated. Ooh. Of course it's a derby. That Merseyside derby is the most historical derby in England by far. Whichever one you deem to be the most historical, it doesn't really matter. The thing is, most of the time there's still respect between clubs. Think about it this way. If you were to play against Newcastle, will the Newcastle fans still hate it just as much? Probably not. Because they know for a fact that they're going to smash you. Because their calibre of player are twice as good as yours. If there was that respect there, yeah, Spurs vs Chelsea is a great rivalry. I still respect Spurs because they're at the top of their game. I respect teams that both perform at the top level and then can have that. It's in our culture to the region, it's bragging rights. Yeah, so's Forest Derby, but that lasts all of 2 weeks. Respect lasts a lifetime. Think about it that way. The fact... let's have a look at the packs. You need to be respectful of your rivals. It's as simple as that. 100k packs. We'll open one for the bands. We'll open one. Oh, it's 15 quid. No, I'm not opening one. I'm not going to pack anyone. I'm not opening one. Not opening one at all. Do you know if this, like Chelsea Spurs, okay? If Spurs weren't at the top of their game, if they were now in Championship or League One, yeah, exactly. How can you consider someone rivals? Yeah, how can you compare rivals if you don't respect them? I don't get that logic. Exactly. It's like Forest Derby. Both used to be at the top of the game. Both were in the Prem. They've still carried that respect to each other, and that. Like, think about it from this way. Brian Clough, an absolute legend of both teams, arguably Derby and Forest. They're both rivals. They both have the East Midlands Derby, rightfully so. Notts vs Derby is still a big game, even for the fans. It's championship level. It's tough. It's bragging rights for the city. Both teams still respect each other because the ties that the club have to each other and managers and players. There's plenty of players that have played for both, so the respect is there between them. Yeah, that's just banter, isn't it? Newcastle are not a rival. It could be any league, and both sides were still full of 50 seats, no matter if it's a derby. Yeah, but Connor, it's just what Sunderland and Newcastle, the rivalry derby they have. I just find it sad. Like Sunderland, for me to now have respect for Sunderland, they need to climb back up to the Premiership, and that's on, because then that rivalry's there. A rivalry, it is a derby, it's bragging rights. I understand where you're coming from. I'm not arguing the fact that it's bragging rights and whatnot, because we have it in. If Forest go up, or if Derby go up, that respect will still be there if they get drawn in the FA Cup or League Cup. The tension's just not there, because their leagues apart. Yeah, exactly. Liverpool fans smashing Man United shit up. That's not respect. That's just criminal damage. Have your say. Be as loud as you want inside the stadium. Sing to your heart's content. Push your players on. Spur your players on. Don't make it violent. Why? Because at the end of the day, the players are coming off the pitch £200,000 a week richer, and you've kicked a bin lid. Who's the idiot? You're the idiot, not the players that have lost the match. Like, think about it like that. No matter whether the money's involved or not, be respectful of other people. It's not just about the respect between the clubs, it's about respecting humans and actual people. Honestly, I reckon if there was a lot more respect there, the rivalries would be 10 times tougher and they'll still be there. The fact that fans get so violent now means that the players have to tone it down so much so the media just don't fuck everything up even more. Half the time it's the fans that let the clubs down. And it really is, and it's sad to say, it really is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We love the Old Firm as a match, and as loud and as boisterous as it can get. No one likes the fact that it ends in a knife crime every time. No one likes the fact that people argue and push and shove. Yes, we like to see the players get involved. That's a whole different aspect of the game. The Old Firm, Scott Brown's in there, fucking Morelos gets sent off. The passion's there for the clubs, from the players. If their leagues apart, the passion's not quite there from half the players. Half the players have just signed from, 3 different countries. And so they don't really understand what's going on. And you say, oh, we're playing against we're playing against Newcastle. Oh no, think if it's a new Newcastle player. If you come in and say, oh, we're playing against Sunderland at the weekend, fucking massive fixture, and you go, what? What league are they in? League One? Is it? They're not going to be up for it because they don't understand it. Chelsea in the 80s were the biggest football hooligan. Oh, I'm not debating that. We probably had the most racist upper class fans that just wanted to see everything. Does that mean I'm now a racist because I support Chelsea? No. Does it heck? This is where it's all wrong. You think because I'm a Chelsea fan I'm racist? No. In the past, Chelsea fans were racist. Fucking everyone's fans have had racists. It hits the headlines every week. What stems from? Stigmas. Stigmas stem from anything that people decide to put on things. I could say everyone from Sunderland or everyone that supports Sunderland supports pedos because you had Adam Johnson in your team. Does that make you a pedo supporter? No, I know that. Unless you are, and that's... you're way out of line. Like, come on. On the subject, who do you prefer, Newcastle or Sunderland? Just as Newcastle. Because my auntie supports Newcastle, always have. I grew up with Michael Owen and Shearer at Newcastle. That was class back then. It was sick. But, and like Lee Bowyer and the Sammy Amiobi and, you know, them types of players, they were sick. It was just, they were at the top of their game, and that's why they were good. That is what, as a Sunderland fan... Okay, how about this? As a Sunderland fan, do you respect Alan Shearer and Lee Bowyer? Was it Lee Bowyer? Yeah, Lee Bowyer. Okay, Sammy Amiobi, them players. Do you respect them? Or are you saying you hate them? You hate them for players because they played for Newcastle. Tell me that. You don't respect them. You don't respect Alan Shearer. What? How? How can you not respect Alan Shearer? He's a leading all-time Premier League goal scorer. He scored the most goals in a season. How can you not respect him for what he did for the game? What? That's the most backwards mentality I've heard. You like football, but you don't respect. Oh. I don't like Man United. I respect what Wayne Rooney did. I don't like Arsenal. I respect how good Thierry Henry was and how sick their Invincibles team was. I don't like Spurs, but I can respect... I don't like Harry Kane at all, but I can still respect his goal-scoring attitude and his attacking threat. Respecting it... Oh, they're so different. And this... Oh, my God. I'm vexed. I'm so vexed. Someone clip this. I'm vexed. I love football. How can I expect a player that does so much for a club I dislike? You don't have to like him, but you can still respect the geezer. Because respect is about what they've done as a whole, not what they did for one specific thing. Or can be for one specific thing instead of a whole. You know? Respect isn't bound upon emotion. Okay, that's it. Respect isn't bound upon emotion. Respect is bound upon achievements. And exactly, he did bits for our country. So you're telling me if... Okay, how about this? In that, you know, when we had that 2006 World Cup or 2008 World Cup, when we had the, you know, the Rooney, the Lampard, the Gerrard, Beckham, Neville, when we had that God squad that literally achieved practically nothing. This is the reason we didn't perform. It's because the clubs had so much hatred towards each other and the players hated each other that much that as a country we just couldn't perform. We had cliques, we had arguments, we had beef between players that arguably could have won us a World Cup. If they'd have put their hatred and emotions to one side and actually respected each other, maybe as a country, and maybe as football as a whole in this country, could have been so much better. Yeah, it's like boxing. You've got to respect people that do the job and do it well. Exactly, this is what I mean, Liam. Say, okay, Chelsea Spurs is probably the big rivalry between Chelsea, so it's hard to really say because it hasn't been there for too long. If you're talking about Liverpool, if you're a Man United fan, could you respect how good a season Suarez had when he moved to Barcelona? He was having a phenomenal season. He was scoring for fun. You respect the fact he's good. Is De Gea finished? No. Respect is earned. It's not based upon emotion. It's something that it's like honour. It's earned. And this is where football, in a way, is failing to teach people this. And this is where a lot of fans get... You said this is where this all stems from, as in like Chelsea, it all stems from was in the 80s. It doesn't. The 80s were 40 years ago. Times have changed. Things have moved on. the level of respect and the hatred and the mob mentality is still about because fans don't understand how to be fans but still respectful. Half into a live stream a lot more recently now that I've got my live streaming abilities back. We live in such a hateful society these days, people get offended. Exactly. No, it's a whole different issue with getting offended. You can do something and get offended. That might not actually be that hateful. I could say something and it could be taken out of context. What I'm talking is about, like you say, Liverpool fans going to Man United match and destroying half the stadium. That doesn't technically affect the players. They're not destroying the pitch. They're not destroying the goalposts. They're not destroying the players' wages. They're destroying toilets and seats. Where they're destroying seats in the away end. Where next week the home fans are still not going to sit because they'll sit in the home end. All you're disrupting is the next week's team's fans. That's all you're doing. If you destroy the toilets, you're affecting fans. You're not affecting players. You're not affecting teams. Don't like Man United. I think they're my least favourite English team, Barcelona, but I respect them. Exactly. I didn't like Man United at the time. I considered them one of Chelsea's big rivals in the early 2012s. You know, we played them in the UCL. We played them a lot. You know, it was Fergie, it was Mourinho coming up. I still respected them. The team that they put together with Rooney, Van Persie, Ferdinand, Vidic, that was a force. That team was so good. I'm not going to say they're shit because they were sick players. I'm not going to sit there and go, Terry was the best in the world, therefore Ferdinand was also shit. No, you don't want that. Two players can be at the top of their game and be rivals. Messi and Ronaldo. Even if I said to you, which one would you pick? You'd probably either go Messi or Ronaldo. If you were clever enough, you'd say both, personally. But even if you were to pick one, you'd still say, but Messi is a close second, or but Ronaldo is close second for the best this decade. You don't then go, Ronaldo's the best in the world, so Messi's shit. Or Messi's the best in the world, so Ronaldo's shit. No. Respect and hate are two completely different things. You've probably clicked off the stream by now, but why is it whenever I rant I get more viewers? Yeah, that's a bit of a different issue, Max. I like Liverpool, as we've just discussed. You know, I have respect for Liverpool, what they're doing now. They play attacking football, so it's arguably my third favourite team at the minute. It could change because it all depends on who's doing. That third spot is reserved for who's doing well and or who's playing the best football. In the Leicester title winning season, my favourite team at that point, or my third favourite team, would have been Leicester. They were doing bits that no one could do. I have no opinion on Leicester. I have no emotion as to whether they do well or not. But for that season alone, we were all Leicester fans. Just because it was nice, it was exhilarating, it was fun to see a Leicester side do so well against the top six. It was nice to see them win a league that wasn't someone in the top six, you know. It was nice to see that. We were all Leicester fans that season, regardless of who came second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. So, do I now hate Chelsea? No. That third spot's reserved for teams that I enjoy watching play. If Klopp loses his job at the end of next season after finishing, I don't know, if he bottles it, finishes 9th, doesn't have a good start to the season, fuck it, somehow in the next year he loses his job. If they bring in someone like, I don't know, any random, I know it's not ASMR now, I've just gone completely off tangent and I've argued. If they bring in someone that really doesn't perform, plays the worst defensive football, I could arguably say Liverpool is not my third favourite team. Because that's it. I like the team. I like the way the team's set up. The team including a manager. It's the team I like. The club, I don't have any emotions of a club bar Chelsea and Forest. They're the two clubs I have emotional ties and connections to. So, past that, it's who I enjoy. There's your answer. Took about 40 minutes, but we got there in the end, didn't we? Yo, I'm kind of vibing in this stream. I'm loving it, not gonna lie. These streams are always this sick. People just don't clock onto that until late. Come on, we need to get back to 100 viewers again. Everyone stay in the stream. Share it. See, this is the thing. We said this at the end of last season. They had Andre Silva come in. He started playing okay football. They've made some signings. They haven't really been that... This right back doing bits up front, by the way. Come on. Osborne Edward is any good on Football Manager. He's probably one of the first players that clubs usually sign. He's got huge potential. Never actually seen him play in life. In real life, I can't give my own specific thoughts, but from what I've heard, from what I can gather, he's got very, very high potential, and hopefully in the next couple of years he'll be a good footballer. So, yeah, probably good. About as far as that goes. Deaded the conversation again, haven't I? Yes, Nishi. I can't even remember the first time I ever watched one of your vids. I think it was the World Cup prediction video. I think that's everyone's first ever video by like 12 people. Everything just feel like a cursed team, don't they? You know what? Yeah, I sort of agree. It's as if bad karma's caught up to them with how much they used to mock Liverpool. Not that I was ever there when they used to mock Liverpool. We're talking years ago. But from what I gather, the hatred still stems from the fact that Everton were on top. Liverpool weren't at the time. And Everton used to do bits. But recently, it just seemed very like, no matter who they bring in, no matter what style they try and change to, no matter what players they buy, injuries like, think about it this way. Ross Barkley came to Chelsea after playing 0 games for Everton. He was on like a ridiculous wage, like 80k a week or 60k a week, something like that. We bought him for less than what Everton bought him for. And so far for us, he's not even a first team player. He's good when he comes on-ish. He has his on-and-off games. And I don't know, it's just... How bad is it as a club to get someone as talented as Barkley? Because he has got talent. I'm not going to say he hasn't. He's arguably like everyone's got a bit of talent, otherwise they wouldn't be playing for a top team. You know, Iwobi has talent. He won't be playing for Everton otherwise. I just feel like there's something wrong with either who they bring in. Oh, of course he was, yeah. Of course he was an academy kid. They were still paying him ridiculous wage or whatever. Ooh, who's better, Lampard or Klopp? Klopp, 100%. 100%. Look at what Klopp's done. And I'm not afraid to say that. What specs does my PC have? i7 7700K, GTX 1060 graphics card, 1TB M.2 SSD. That's all you need to know, innit? 16 gig RAM. If not SCN or Viera, who should I go for in icon swaps? Don't really know, to be fair. Quite impartial to them. Figo, yeah. 2 more to win. 2 more to win. Like I said, it's worse than Darren Bent. No, I don't exit. Do you upgrade a lot? I've upgraded 1 or 2 bits. My next upgrade is either a fully decked out graphics card just to really boost up when I'm playing games, because I've started getting into more and more PC games, and or more RAM, because I do seem to not bootleg a little bit. What's it called? Bottleneck a little bit in terms of access memory, but you know, it's nothing. It's like quite a lot of what I like is how quick my videos process into DaVinci Resolve. Sometimes it's brilliant, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it takes a little bit of a while, and it's usually just dependent on how my PC is sort of running that day. And it's usually down to my 16 gig RAM, because I'll have just recorded it, I'll have just accessed it, so it will be in that quick access slots It's not a memory issue. I've got one of the best M.2 SSDs out there. I've got a decent hard drive regardless. But, same sort of things. But I would like to go up to like 32 gig. You saving all packs for 4078? Yes, I am. 100k packs for 4078? No, it doesn't. Just upgraded my graphics card. I got RTX 2060 Super. I heard that's very nice. Now, bear with me while I go behind at the back of my room and change my trousers, because I forgot I'm wearing my sport thermal. You get like your thermal leggings underneath. I wore them to work because my shop has been freezing for like the past 2-3 months, and I knew that if I was going to be upstairs all day counting cards, I'd freeze to death. So I put them on, and I forgot I've got them on. My heating's been on for about 20-30 minutes, and I'm roasting, so bear with me. Oh, I'm sweating bollocks. I'm filling my Pepsi up and all, guys. Bloody Nora, it's boiling. I don't think I realised how hot it was. Cash spent 400k for people saying no TV. I know. What do you mean clip that? What have I done? 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 What did I say? I've got sweaty bollocks. I have. No, I said I'm sweating bollocks. I have. No, I said I'm sweating bollocks. Like Betty's bollocks, innit? Go on, Arsneal. 5 minutes added. 5 minutes? What for? Kid asked. Oh, the kid asked if you smoke weed. No, I don't smoke weed. Oh, the kid asked if you smoke weed. I don't even smoke. Don't smoke, I don't drink. Just drink a lot of Pepsi. Don't smoke, I don't drink. Oh, is it echoey? I apologise. Oh no, yeah, there is echo. I apologise. Sorry, that's my fault. Who you bought with your coins? Charlie, if you watched the Road to Glory today, you'll understand. I'm currently selling them as well. Oh dear, what time would you best pick us up? After I've done streaming. Like 10:45 to 11:30. Anytime. There you go. Message back to Becky. Someone wants to send me a message. Oh, what could it say? It could say, "You're doomed, pal." And delete that. That was just a threat. I love threats. I'm just having a 2-minute break, lads. Do I vape? No. Hello? I love threats. Yeah. Yeah. Was on Xbox Day when they were released. He opened one pack at 6:04. Team the MSC. He was first on the market. Okay. Cheers, name. What happened to the old thumbnail? Oh, honestly, I'm getting more views without using a thumbnail. So I'm not having a thumbnail. Simple as that, guys. I don't know why I put on a deep voice. Oi, oi. Dylan, do you vape? Hashtag Vape Nation. No. Don't vape. Don't put chemicals in your lungs. Only Pepsi. Breathe Pepsi. I live for Pepsi. Ooh. Just got Team the Air Money from a 50k pack. This not coke, no. Don't breathe in coke either. Not that you breathe in, you snort it, don't you? Don't snort coke. 7 refreshers remaining. Let's get into that. I've got a 79 and a 64. Almost. 74 and a 69. Yo, autistic potato, if you did get a team of the year, just send it me on Twitter. Prove to me. Everyone always tells me, oh, I've got this, I pack that. If you did, tweet me, you dickhead. Because so far it looks like you haven't. Bullshit. Bullshit. Carl Pilkington line. This Arsenal Leeds game has been very, very disappointing, and I might add. A 1-0 Arsenal scoreline. Leeds need to finish better. Arsenal got very lucky. Ha! You've been baited there, son. Ha! Well done. Ha! I'm funny. Ha! Love your videos. Hugs from Portugal. Thank you very much. Felipe Rodriguez. You have literally the most stereotypical Portuguese, Spanish sort of name. You know, hot European. I'm not saying you're a hot European, I'm just saying the countries that are hot from Europe. Felipe Rodriguez, what are you doing? Why does it always miss these geezer out when I'm trying to add fitness? Just that I packed normal money yesterday and he's in team here now. Peak Charlie. Absolute pink. I'm back. Do you remember me from yesterday? Yes, Harvey. Just curious, Luke, as a fellow on-drinker or non-drinker, I'm curious what made you choose to not drink unless it's personal, so I don't feel like you need to answer, since most people our age drink 24/7. It's a mix between some personal reasons, not big personal reasons, but also the fact that I don't like feeling drunk. I mean, I don't think anyone likes feeling drunk. People like feeling tipsy until they realise that they're drunk, sort of thing, and they wake up not remembering very much. I don't like the tipsy feeling. I've been tipsy, don't get me wrong. I get either very talkative and really annoying, because I can talk out my arse anyway at the best of times. Imagine me on alcohol. I do talk out my arse a lot of the time, so I can get very annoying, as well as so I don't even like drinks, beer, any sort of like beer or ale or lager, it just tastes like pissed on it. It just tastes like absolute shite. Why would you drink it? What? I drink. No one likes beer for the taste. Why'd you fucking drink it for then, you pricks? Drink something that tastes nice. What a shit excuse to drink beer. I don't drink it for the taste. Or why'd you drink it? I drink it because my mates drink it and I get drunk. Well, you can drink other things than what your mates drink, and you can definitely drink other things to get you drunk. I never understand the philosophy. My dad loves a good beer or lager, and I'm just sat there going, he always goes, do you want one? I'm like, no, it's fucking disgusting. I'll have a cocktail every so often. I like Sex on the Beach, because I like peach flavoured things anyway. And I like when I'm okay, this is gonna sound ridiculous. When I buy a candle, I go for the one I've got there, exotic fruits, like a blueberry or mango and pineapple and peaches. Them sort of like citrusy but not orange and lemon sort of flavours. I don't like lime. The thing is with cider is I used to drink it at house parties, and now it's just a case of I can't really drink one without thinking back to being at house parties. And as good as them house parties were, and as funny as I did find them, I'd never get that drunk anyway. So it ended up either just being awkwardly situated at a house party after having not drank very much, and that's what it reminds me of, or having a really good time but not even being drunk. So I very, very occasionally will have a cider. They're probably my favourite out of the ale, stout, beer, lager category, I am waffling, Dylan. This is what I mean. You get me talking about shit and I will waffle. Natty light, baby. But just even that think I'm like the only person who doesn't mind the taste of beer. Fair enough, if you like it, then if you like the taste of beer, that's fine. I've got nothing against it. We all have different taste buds. We all like different things. I'm very much... Tell us more stories. Honestly... Wait, you just used mate at your big age. I say mate. Dylan, shut up, bro. No, sorry, not Dylan. Yeah, Dylan, you can shut up for telling me to shush. And Harry Hall, go away if you're going to tell me to waffle less. And I use my vocab how I use my vocab. Anyway. I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, we all have different... I get a lot of taste from smell and textures. It's just how I am. That's why I'll eat pasta, but not rice. I find rice very grainy and very often the case with a lot of home-cooked food slimy. So I tend to not have rice when it's cooked because it's very easy to overcook rice and get it really stodgy and slimy and a bit weird. Anyway, that being said, it's sort of the same with drinks. I'm very much about the aroma, and honestly, even now to this day, if someone says, "Oh, try this," I will always sniff it before like tasting it. Not like I won't snort it, I will smell it. And genuinely, this is a funny story you'll like. This comes from being a kid in Asda, and now you're gonna think, oh, where's this going? Right. Imagine supporting Chelsea, tut. Anyway, so Arsenal won. We got battered in the first half, but we battered them in the second half. You didn't really batter them in the second half, did you? It was a bit shit. Yeah, mushrooms are vile. Don't go near mushrooms. They will murder you. I'm just kidding. I just don't like mushrooms because they're a bit rubbery and a bit... It's like trying to bite into sponge, isn't it? It's that sort of texture. It's like rubbing cotton wool together. Gives the same vibe with my teeth when you bite into a mushroom. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I was in Asda. I'm not offline. I better not have gone offline. Stream resumed. Output low. Why does this keep happening? I can't wait till we get Virgin Internet. Then I'll be a virgin forever. Haha. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. My internet's fine. Let me do this. It's because I've paused a stream on this and then turned it off, so my internet doesn't entirely know what it's doing with itself. Hopefully it'll get back to normal pretty soon. So, Asda. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you this story. I was in Asda. Yeah, I whisper. Okay, I whisper instead. Are you a virgin? No, of course I'm not. I was in Asda. And bearing in mind, they just released the paprika Pringles, and they've probably been released for a few years. And I'd had them at a family party or family whatever. They bought them, and I was like, these are the bomb. They're petting, right? And still to this day, I thoroughly love them. We were walking through Asda, and someone had obviously spilled a pot of curry powder on the shelf. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know it was curry powder, did I? And my mum goes, "That's paprika powder, that." I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Look, someone spilled paprika powder." And this is where I get my sort of sense of humour from. It's literally from my mum. Because I do to me exactly what she did to me. She goes, "Go on, just lick a bit, you'll be fine. It just tastes like paprika." So as a kid, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll do that then." And she's giggling because she can hear me tell the story. Anyway, so I goes up to it. Oh, we're not fucking offline, are we? What's going on here then? Bear with. Right. People keep going offline. Let me try and do something. I know you're watching, but even mine says YouTube's not receiving enough to maintain. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream here, and then I'm going to restream in a minute. Because it might just be because it's gone over 2 hours, it's getting a bit dodgy. I know people are still on, but 5 people, literally about 5 or 8 people. I've been having problems anyway. Save changes, no. And it is fine. It's fine. So yeah, carrying on with the story. I went over and tried this. What I presumed to be paprika Prada, and I expected it, as any kid would, to taste like paprika Pringles, because I was just a kid. Unbeknownst to me, like I said, it was curry powder. Now, I don't know if any of you have smelt or tasted curry powder, but on its own, it's fucking disgusting. Absolutely vile. It is one of the... It can be spicy if, like me, you decided to fully dunk your finger into this powder and take a big, like, suck of the finger. Don't clip that. Second of all, it's very hot. Or can be very hot anyway. It's very hot if you take a lot. It's also very bitter. That's what I was going to say. It's very, very bitter and gets stuck to your teeth. It's like chewing on cinnamon powder, except it doesn't taste like cinnamon. It tastes like bitter, hot curry. Okay. So there's me right. You got to also think this is in Asda. My mum's crying with laughter, going, I can't believe it's actually fucking done that, the dickhead. Put in mind, I was like 7 or 8. I was very young. I was probably a bit younger than 8. I was probably about 5 or 6. And so I'm like, what the fuck do I do? My mum's laughing because she just thinks it's funny. Because to be fair, looking back on it, it is funny, innit? Second to that, my mouth's burning. And I'm like, what the fuck do I do? I ran, do you know where the tills are in an Asda? Or in Tesco or anything, and you've got, I'm away for a shower, I'm stinking, I'm about no worries house. You have those little, like, fridges. Don't clip that next week on No Context, come on. I don't run that. So, if you end up clipping it, it ends up clipping it. But, yeah, so do you know the little fridges at the end that have, like, bottles of Coke and Oasis and what in it? I run straight to one of them, absolutely yam down, like a bottle of Coca-Cola. That it really starts soothing my burning throat, but doesn't do anything for the flavour. Like, it's still hot, it's still spicy, but because, you know, the best of times, fizzy drinks don't do anything to cool a burning throat. I should have had milk. Again, never had hot spicy food, didn't know this. I tried to yam a bottle of Coke down, got halfway through the bottle, I make full like eye contact with the woman that is sat on the till going, what the fuck are you doing with that bottle of Coke? My mum runs over looking a bit panicked now because she's thinking, shit, he's technically nicked a bottle of Coke. Says to the woman, he's ever so sorry, he's just genuinely tried curry powder that was left round. There is, why could people arguing in the comments? All the time. That's all you see is negativity. Stop it. I'm trying to tell a funny story here. Appreciate the content. But yeah, anyway, so my mum pays this bottle of Coke, says to the woman, look, I'm so sorry, he's eating this curry powder. So mean to do, but now I want to try it. I said, Stephen, trust me, do it. It's pretty, you have to see it lying around there. It can't be a case of, I've brought curry powder, come and try this. It has to be, it was perfectly set up that it looked like paprika Prada. I'd not long had paprika Pringles and found out that they were the nicest set of Pringles on earth. But just think about how many consequences that had on me later in life. Although I do like curry now, I wouldn't go near curry until I was about, 14 or 15. Until my mum had one and said, just try a bit of this chicken tikka. I tried it and I was like, oh, this is peng. So now I eat curries. Similarly, I tend not to go... This is why I'm more put off by the smells of things, and that's why I always have to... This is what I'm saying. This is why I always have to sniff food now before I eat it. I think, like, mentally, or just... It became a habit from that moment on, and my body just clocked on to not just trying things for the sake of trying it, because you can be tricked. So, what flavour of Pringles do you want to create? Oh, that's a question. Pepsi Pringles. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. That'd be disgusting. Honestly, I'd like fruity Pringles. Like, if you can get some to taste like peach and apricot Pringles, imagine how yummy that would be. I'd nom through them quicker than you could say abracadabra. I'd make steak flavoured. Yeah, but proper steak, not just like shitty. Because sometimes you can get like barbecue steak flavoured crisps, the black packet of Walkers, or you get like anything that's like smoky bacon, pigs in blankets sort of things. They all taste very similar, if not the same, because they all have the same sort of seasoning. They all have a set amount of ingredients approved by the FDA and whatnot. So I want one that actually tastes like a good steak, like actual steak, not just like burnt crisp. Because that's why I don't eat like barbecue steak flavoured crisps, because it just tastes very bitter, very sort of just burnt. Dylan stops, but I can't. Where's Dylan's steak flavour? Dylan's not even. What's going on? My mum's next to me. She saw you. She's mad at you. Why? Yeah, stop spamming. Do you like West Ham? Chorizo would be quite nice because it's a little bit different than like smoky bacon or anything like that. It's quite a. It's quite, yes, I'd say it's like quite not Spanish. I mean, it is Spanish, but you know what I mean. It'd be quite a different flavour to what we used to. I'd like flavour of the world Pringles, where they get different flavours that sort of represent different parts of the world. That'd be quite cool. Like Americans do, like Big Taste of the World, whatever it's called. Guess who's back, Luke? Ryan. I guess you're back. Smoky bacon is right. Exactly, it is. I don't like it. People are doing it. Best flavour is sensations. Yeah, but there's different types of sensations. I like the mango chutney poppadom sensations. They're really good. I taste the steak ones that are horrible. Exactly, the actual steak ones they currently do are minging. If they can get ones that taste genuinely like a steak. Although I suppose, again, a lot of what actually makes a steak good is its texture. That's why people have it medium rare or well done. I have it mostly I have it well done, unless I know I'm going to a restaurant where medium well will be cooked the way I like it. Because if I ask for a medium well steak, 9 times out of 10, if I'm just at like a normal average pub, they will bring it out as medium, more on the side of medium rare, and I don't like that at all. It's just not my thing. I know it's the best way to have it. Not my thing. It does put me off, if I'm being totally honest. I'd rather just have it cooked than not cooked, if that makes sense. Yeah, but at the same time, sometimes when I do have it well done, if you go to a proper steakhouse and have it well done, they do it to the point where it's edible. I do then see how it is overcooked compared to a medium well. And I know not to cook it to a medium well. No, I know. I know not to cook it well done if I'm going to a better place that genuinely know how to cook steaks. I'd rather have it cooked all the way through, but super, super tender. Or as tender as possible, Bolognese crisps, and it's good. Exactly, people say medium rare. It's always going to be medium rare for most people. Come on, Nishi Batshuayi. Need you to score more goals. Ribs flavoured? No, they're the worst. Tato crisps. Oh, Tato's are class. Class. What would English flavour be? Fish and chips for England. America would just be crisps dipped in fat. Not that being stereotypical or anything. Just saying. Oh, curry flavoured crisp. Oh, if I can get a chicken tikka boona crisp. Oh, that'd be class. One that genuinely tastes like my boona as well. If it tastes like naan bread dipped in boona, you've won. That is the best combo ever. That beats fish and chips for me. Naan bread dipped in a chicken tikka boona. Wow. Serve that way on a plate and I'll get naked for you. Shouldn't have said that. Anyway, moving on. What can I say? I like curry. Got Nishi. It's fucked it. Luke get Pringles to do curry crisps. Yeah, but it's not quite the same, is it? America would be obese here. Lol, shut up. It's just banned. Going away with a weekend, we'll have fish and chips. Yeah, fish and chips is absolute class. Yeah, Germans would just be sausage. Or a type of sausage. Or the Pringles tube would come just as like lederhosens. That'd be pretty cool. Or a big Stein glass. Right, how many have we won now? And what other objectives have we completed along the way? What do we leave? 3? Decent, lads. Absolute decent. Exactly, Luke. It's just banter. It's just banter. I like my cheeks mid-rare. Curry or fish and chips? Curry every day. Because I'm not the biggest fan of fish. Just fish in general. Didn't want to go on that. So, personally, I'd go with curry. Anyway. What's my Nando's order? Wouldn't know. Don't go to Nando's. It's over. I could cook what Nando's cook. It's chicken. Chicken is the most boring food on earth. I'll have it every day of the week because I like it, but I'm not paying more than £8 for anything that contains chicken. If I'm having to add chips to my plate when I order chicken, it is not worth it. You go to Nando's and you go, oh, I'll have peri-peri chicken. I want fries with that. No, it's fully overrated. Yeah, exactly. It's scatty. It's overrated. It's a bag of bollocks. If you go in and they go, right, what do you want? In fact, no. You have to tell them. You have to walk up and tell them what you want. You have to walk up to them to ask them for chicken. And if they go, you sure you want chicken? What the fucking else do you do? Fuck all. What do you expect me to have? I've come into Nando's, give me chicken. Oh, Nando's makes me rage. Beef cheeks. Fucking beef cheeks. Oh, that's bad. You go into Nando's and say, what do you want? And after that, they're like, well, here's your glass then. And you think, fine, I'll fill it up with whatever I want then, will I? Nando's is wank. Nando's is so bad. Chicken shops around the corner are class. I'd rather go to a chicken shop round the corner than Nando's. You go to Nando's and it's chicken. Okay, what do you want with that? Chips, please. Some peas, please. Sorry, we don't do that. Oh, what do you fucking mean you don't do that? If I go to my local pub, my brother works at a pub, I can get chicken in a basket. Comes with salted skin on fries. Comes with a massive bit of salad. And it comes with peas. It comes with 2 full chicken breasts. Battered. It is the juiciest, most succulent chicken I've ever had. And it's like £11. You go to Nando's, and for 1 chicken breast, everyone goes, oh, you've got to have pita bread with it. Why the fuck do you have pita bread with chicken? I don't want a chicken wrap. Who the fuck puts peri-peri chicken in a wrap? Yeah, I'm taking ASMR off this now. Yeah, bye. See you later. I'm raging too much. You got me vexed. Why? Why the fuck would you have? Why the fuck would you go Nando's? Unless you really craved that one specific type of chicken, I could make it at home. Get me a peri-peri rub that are like £2. I'm not kidding. So stop telling me I do what. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to ignore the Adam Johnson comments. I could honestly... Oh, look at my record. 332, 233. Like that. You've got me there, baby. You've got me there. You've got me there. In fact, actually, I've changed it. My Subway order is now rotisserie chicken and ham. So it's not just plain ham. Oh, Bailey, you fully baited me there. I rate that. I rate that. Sick. Give you that. But then again, I don't go to Subway often enough. You know what I mean? I don't go there every day. I fully rate the fact you baited me there. That was sick. But, yeah, I don't go there every day. So, it's not a case of... Because everyone goes, oh, I always go Nando's. I suppose, yeah, on that basis, I can argue that going to Nando's every so often would be quite nice. It's something a bit different in it. It's just the same, but then again, it's just the same as going to a pub. You go to a pub every now and again. So, I'd still rather make it myself at home, if I'm being totally honest. I could put a bit of peri-peri rub, stick it in the oven for 40 minutes, let it cook, pull it all apart, add some more peri-peri to it, mix it all up. Make myself some proper big chunky fries. In fact, I might do that for a video this week, except not peri-peri. I'm not a big fan of peri-peri. I might put some paprika. I've actually got some paprika in the cupboard. Paprika chicken. English muffins are pink. Don't like English muffins. Best Walker's flavours, like classic one. I used to love cheese and onion as a kid, the same way I liked mini cheddars as a kid. I don't like them anymore. I don't like anything cheese or cheese and onion related. Shall I try and join the stream every day? Look out for me. Will do if I stream every day. Check Twitter. No, not got time. Need to do this. Haha. Very nice. What's my Chinese order? See, I don't like Chinese. This is another thing. I like spaghetti, but I don't like noodles based on the texture. I like spaghetti because it's a bit more hearty. Noodles seem a bit stringy and a bit rubbery to me. So I've never been a fan of noodles. So I don't often go to the Chinese. When I do go Chinese, it'll be chicken balls and chips, which I know is the peakiest of orders, but I don't like it anyway. So, like I say, if we go Chinese, they'll get Chinese. I might order an Indian, just because I prefer a chicken tikka buna or a chicken tikka pathia with a bit of naan bread, some chips. Yeah, he's got lol. Shut the fuck up, man. Don't you make a Chinese video? No, I made an Indian video. Chip shop order. Depends where we go. I'll have battered sausage and chips every day. Every now and again, I may get fish goujons, because then it's like not a lot of fish all in one go. Because like I say, I'm not the biggest fan of fish. Or when I go to George's, it's chicken nuggets. Their chicken nuggets are godly. Like I'll always order them unless I'm really not feeling it. Off the lunch menu at George's, now that's a different thing. You can get a mini sausage, which is just like a normal size sausage for most of us. It's not like a fucking 12-inch sausage. Don't get clipped that. You can get that with chips, and it's like £1. And it can come with curry sauce. I don't like curry sauce, so don't have that. I've gone into rivals. I'm an idiot. I've gone into rivals. Why have I done this? Oh no. Pause. Let me quit. Jesus Christ. Haroldinho, what did you say? I didn't see the message. You're in div rival. Of course you did. Oh no. George's is like a Derbyshire-based fish and chip shop. I wish this is the only thing that Twitch beats YouTube on at the minute. For me personally, I know Twitch is better for actual streamers because it just offers a bit more. It's the platform to stream. YouTube's more creating content and videos, and there's a lot more competition. The only thing that YouTube doesn't have in terms of compatibility-wise, you can do exactly the same things on Twitch as you can do on YouTube. The only difference is you can't clip specific things. You can't say clip that, or you can't click a button and it clips it. You know. My tweet R is AS Clamar. This isn't Derby based because we have it in Coventry. Yes, but it originated in Derby. The first one was in Derby. You okay? So I wrote you on my favourite YouTuber. Bro, that makes me so gassed. But I also bet you say that to quite a few people. Stop. Oh, just kidding. Plonka. Plonka. Bailey Yates is my burner account. Right, lol, you're in a timeout. It's a bit weird. Why don't I stream on Twitch? I don't get the following on Twitch. I like I say, I was on Twitch for 3 months, or 2 to 3 months while I was off YouTube. I'd maybe pick up 24 to 30 viewers, and that was on a good day. And here, yesterday we hit 100 for the first time ever, concurrent viewers. I've currently got 53.
why would I stream on Twitch when I'm getting more viewers here? Get more viewers, more donations here. Not that donations do anything. Well, they do something, but not that they are the be all and end all of something. But at the same time, if I'm earning more and I can leave these up as videos on YouTube afterwards, might as well stay on here, hasn't it? You know? I didn't kick him, I just put him in a 5-minute timeout. I also wish I could time him out for different periods of time. Because sometimes I wish I could time people out for like an hour. So they've gone for this stream, but they're back again for the next one, sort of thing. But I also wish I could, like, time out people for just a minute. Because usually when proper trolls come on, the ones that are just here for the bants, that literally just go, there's a spider on your shoulder. Oh, man spider. Oh, I miss man spider. But yeah, when them sort of trolls come in, that literally only come in to try and provoke a reaction, as soon as you time them out for a minute, they're gone. They're on to the next person's stream. So it doesn't even bother you. Back from yesterday, how you doing, Luke? Iconic, I'm doing okay. This is my last match with this Saudi Arabia squad. I might try and build a Mexican MLS squad and play one game in squad battles, just so it's done ready for tomorrow night. Oh, tomorrow night. What day are we on? Monday night. Tomorrow night I can stream again. But I've got an early night tonight because I've got to go pick my girlfriend up. Best holiday I've been on. Oh. You know what? Not that I've been on many holidays. I've been on plenty of holidays, don't get me wrong. There are a few for different reasons. Last one I went on, La Palma. That was the first one I've ever been abroad on my own. I was with my girlfriend and her friend. But it was the first one, like, you know, without parents and or what I'd consider adults. Even though technically I'm classed as an adult, you know, a parent or guardian that were responsible for me and my behaviour, basically. So that was sick. Not only was it good because we didn't go out the resort. We could have done, we probably should have done, we should have explored. But it was so good just to get away for a week and literally, and I mean do fuck all, sunbathe, just lounge around a pool, dip in and out of it every hour or two, just to cool down. All inclusive, free pizzas for like a week. Yes, technically the diet was a bit shit because the actual food on offer was a little bit poor. But they still had a poolside pizzeria that was open full, I want to say 11 hours a day, something like that. It's open from like 10 till 5. So that's 1, 2, 5, 7 hours a day. I'm doing maths wrong in my head. 7 hours a day. And you could go in there as many times as you like, whatever. What's it? I hate sunbathing. You know what? I used to be that type. If I was out and about, I can't sit still. Or I couldn't sit still. And I still do struggle. But now with the invention of tablets and Netflix and 3G data, I watched a whole season of something, I think I mentioned it in an upcoming video about my favourite series of 2019, is something that I did watch while I was in La Palma called Frequency. It's a couple of seasons of this girl who finds a radio that her dad owned, but basically she gets a voice sort of call and it's like you can speak through it. And she found herself talking to her dad. And her dad back in his day, there was still like an unsolved crime that she had to get all these notes for and try and prove that this guy did it. But also she would say, oh right, by the way, that there was a murder on, like, I don't know, the 12th of April. And he was like, right, today's the 11th of April, so he's going to murder someone tomorrow, where? So we'd try and get there before and save the person. Never ended up happening. Such a good series because it all sort of like, it was about past and future, but also trying to save certain things, and also knowing that at the end of it, the guy was still going to die, and it was an emotional sort of thing. It was a very, very good series. I sat and watched that around the pool in La Palma because I just had my phone on me, I had my headphones on, and Becky and Bella were busy sitting in bed throwing their arses out because they drank so much. So I'd just go down to the pool early on, get a nice spot, sunbathe, get a nice tan, for plenty of hours in the day. And it was just so relaxing to just not have any worry or care in the world. There was a Coke, that sounds bad. There was Coca-Cola on tap for as much as I wanted it. It was a case of go up, help yourself, grab a little pot. Met plenty of friends over there, because usually when you go on a holiday, you find one or two people that speak your language. It was a very big English-speaking resort. The island is literally tiny. You can walk the island. It's that small, but the resort is brilliant. Met this lovely couple that were over there. They were so funny. One of them was my age. She's training to become a teacher, like I wasn't, like Becky is. Her boyfriend was a little bit older, but my God, they were funny. Then we met these little people that had like a full-on family, and these two men had only just met each other, and they'd got on like they were like middle-aged men. Funniest people I've ever met in my life. Funnily enough, he went to uni to study something, saved up all of his uni money, and put a deposit down on a house. Decided that he couldn't afford to live there, so decided instead of actually selling it and just like getting rid of the house straight away, he'd rent it out, but for more than what he was paying on his mortgage. People, obviously, when you rent, you just pay what you can afford to rent without having to like save up deposits. So these people were living there at this house, paying him this rent that was more than the mortgage to pay for the house, which is how you rent houses anyway. And so over the past sort of like 5 or 6 years, saved up, got another house, and that's where his income now comes from. And he also, he says to me, he dabbled in poker for quite a numerous amounts of years, and now has been able to just come on holiday. So he, from what we could understand, without him, he was quite a humble guy. I think he was very, very rich. He was one of those where he wore plain clothes. He was quite down to earth, but you could tell he had a lot of money. You know, he just got engaged. We genuinely thought he was about to get engaged to his missus, by the way. He jokingly, he says, he starts like saying, right, has anyone got a phone that can record this? And we were a bit like, what? Because this came out of absolutely nowhere. He was a proper funny geezer. And he turns around to his missus, who's looking a bit like, and he goes, right, I just want to let you know that I've loved you for a long while. And we were a bit like, is this happening? And we all look at each other like, what? And he pulls out, like, do you know, on top of a fizzy like bottle, you get the actual little plastic ring that snaps when you unscrew it. He got one of them and went, you thought I was going to propose, didn't you? And then sat back down. Oh, it was class. It was funny. But yeah, so absolutely great time. Met some great people. Met an absolute madman. This guy came inside with us. We played poker with him. There was 2 nights we were there that the other, where it was just everyone gets a set amount of chips, play poker for a bit of fun. Really nice, really fun, really just like chill. And the winner got like a bottle of the cheap carver. This is the first time I got drunk. Oh God. You trained to be. I was trained to become a teacher, not anymore. Quit uni. Easy as you like. But yeah, so it was a fun holiday. Another fun holiday would be in a sort of similar vibe. My manager at work, he was going out with a guy called Jay, who was a big friend of the family, who unfortunately a couple of years ago died from a stroke. He was I think he was at work. I think he was at his work. Said he was complained of a headache, collapsed, and then basically died within a couple of hours. It was very sad. You know, we had to go. They had a holiday booked for like 3 or 4 weeks' time. To go to Mallorca, you know, with because my manager is or was sort of related to my auntie. My auntie's husband or ex-husband now, or let's split, but anyway, is my manager's brother. Not that we really knew it when we started. Jesus Christ. I don't know what's cracking off. Harlow top one striker. No. Yeah, so he died. Anyway, cut long story short, they didn't want to cancel the person's coming on holiday because they've already put the money into it. It was all inclusive. Flights were already covered. They'd asked, I don't know, 3, 4, maybe 5 people if they wanted to go. All of them said they couldn't book the time off work. Rang my dad. My dad was like, I can't get time off work because he was working at the time. And whatever. And then someone mentioned on the line, well, why don't you try and take Luke, see if Luke's interested. Bearing in mind, I hadn't been working at Card Factory very long anyway. And Leon was like, fair enough, he knows Angela and Nick, my auntie and uncle. He knows Emily, obviously my cousin. And then spoke to them lot and said, would you mind Luke coming? And then, because I'm friends with that side of the family anyway, they all love me. Andrew and Nick have always loved me, Emily loves me, and they were just like, that's a fair point. So, played it off as a bit of a, obviously we're all going on holiday, it'd be nice if we had someone a little bit younger to actually entertain Emily, rather than it being someone to come over and whatnot. Anyway, Milk's a very nice place. I went there a few years ago. It was very good. Ben Richardson, I don't like. Bit weird. Bit odd. But yeah. So, long story short, I went with them. I didn't pay anything other than I had to take spending money, which is what you got to do anyway. And, 100% completely grateful for going. Obviously, it was bad circumstances, but it was still a nice way to make do with what we had at the time. It wasn't a case of they'd paid all that money to go. It wasn't going to waste, It was a case of, I don't mind, I'll come look after Emily if she needs looking after. She was very young at the time, so it was a case of, if you don't want to go out, it's a sad moment in their lives. It'd have been nice to just, if they want to go out and get drunk one night, or they want to go out and celebrate, commemorate, however you want to say it, that's fine. I'm here for Emily and whatnot. At the same time, I'm happy to come out and just, have a good time anyway. So obviously them lot knew I didn't drink anyway, so it was a pretty safe bet to take me on holiday because I didn't drink. I can't believe I'm 2-1 down. That's ridiculous. And so anyway, we got to, obviously I've been abroad, twice with family, twice with college/school. So I didn't really know what to expect. Never ever been all inclusive before, and I've said this now, if I ever go abroad I will only go all inclusive now, just because it makes life a lot easier. It's not just the fact that you get food, and it's sort of, there's a whole you don't have to worry aspect, and it makes it so much better. So yeah, we went. That resort is honestly one of my favourite places I've ever been to. There was everything that I loved. There was a football pitch I could play football on. There was always people playing football. So there was always, 2 to 3 hours a day I could be entertained by just playing football. There was mini golf. There was 2 mini golf courts. 2? I can't remember how many mini golf courts. Might have only been 1. But it was just really fun to play. Has that gone in? Oh, no, it hasn't. And so that was mental. Free Pepsi and Coke. Free, meals. The meals was nice. You'd get fresh melons in the morning and whatnot, and it was just this whole world that I'd never ever done before. And we flew out there from Manchester. Arguably, I'd say one of my best weeks. Resort name, it was at Mallorca, the island of Mallorca, and it was Protor Safari Park. Very nice hotel. Bit expensive now. It's way out of my price range. Although I have looked at going back, and would like to go back at some point, because honestly the people there are lovely. The town is very, very nice. The beach is wicked. It's like, I don't know, 200 steps away from where the resort is. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. It was really good. It was sort of like I almost felt bad, because obviously it wasn't meant to be me going, and I felt a bit awkward while I was there. Anyway, just because of the circumstances. But at the same time, it was one of those, I wasn't going to let it ruin the holiday. I was there to enjoy myself as much as anyone else was there to enjoy. And I tried to be that person that, I didn't want to try and fill anyone's shoes, if that makes any sense. But it was very, very nice. It was nice to get away. And I think it made me and my boss anyway, because we worked together, it made that a lot easier for years to come. And now Leon's like one of my closest relatives, and he's not even technically a relative. So I feel like I can trust Leon. It was just a nice sort of, because I had to stay in Leon's room, with him and his dad, and I think that's one of the first or second times I'd ever met his dad, and his dad is the funniest bloke I've ever met. He's this old geezer that can just dance for days. He's ever so small. He's permanently tanned, and he's funniest geezer going. He just makes me laugh. Whenever he's drunk, that's it. You're in stitches. Absolute class. Anyway, I went to Kos, a Greek island. It was magical. Jesus Christ. If I were going back there soon, World War Three, of course. But yeah, that was a fun holiday. In terms of family holidays, going with actual family members, there's one that sticks out. Again, it's probably the most recent one we've been on with family. We went to this sounds bad. I went to a hostel. It wasn't like a hostel. It was more of because it was in the middle of nowhere. It's just a place for people that camp or hike to stay if they need it. So it's an open door policy. They just have like fire doors. There's no locks on the doors. It's a case of come and fill up your water bottles, or you can book weeks there. And as a family of like 16, 17, it was a lot cheaper for us to book a hostel and this hire out all the rooms. So there was technically no rooms free. And the person who owned it obviously lived on site, but lived off to like a little cottagey house sort of thing. And if anything's needed, you let her know. It was that sort of environment. So it was a bit awkward when we first got there, but we soon grew accustomed. But every member of like my mum's side of the family was there. There was all my aunties, my uncles. It was the first time they'd properly met my girlfriend, and we played Cards Against Humanity. That really broke the ice. All my cousins were still at that age where everything sexual or rude was just hilarious. So that made it even better when they played with us. It was brilliant just to have fun and just, go out with the family and just. It was cold, don't get me wrong. Also, it was ridiculously picturesque. The amount of photos I've got from that whole place is ridiculous. We were literally, the hostel / cottage or whatever you want to call it itself, was on the edge of a cliff. Not the edge of a cliff, it was like a couple of slopes down sort of thing. And on the bottom of that, you couldn't get down to the beach that was below us. It wasn't even a beach, it was more just like a cove. Was a load of seals that had just given birth to baby seals or eggs hatched. I don't even know. Seals are mammals, so I think they just lay. I don't know how seals give birth. I'm not a zoologist. But yeah, so that's basically. I can't believe Ireland. Oh, I love going to Ireland as well. That was sick. I do want to go back to Ireland, and we are due to go back to Ireland this year. But yeah, so. What was I going to say? Yeah, so this was on the edge of the cliff. There was also a mini island it was just like a big spike, really, just like a mini mountain, like 100 yards off where we were. And there's a little sort of path that led to that was, because we were a good, like, 80 feet above where the water, that's how deep the cliff was. But there was still, like, connecting rocks and whatnot to this little island. So we decided to venture out one day and get to this island and be the first person to like reach the top of this. It's like a bit like an adventure. It's one of the things you can do while you're there. It's like it's actually like a public path to it, so you can go and sit up there and take photos or whatever. And it was so good. I still remember like climbing up it and being shit scared, because when you see it from afar, you think the top of it's actually quite big. So when you're up there, it's not too bad. The top of it is arguably the same size as my bedroom, which is okay. It's enough to fit a good, comfortably about 8 people up there, and there was only about 4 of us. When you are that far up and above, especially me who don't like heights, shit scared, absolutely shit scared. But it was something we did, and it was something fun and enjoyable, something like I say I've done, and I just enjoyed the holiday. So I'd love to go back there, maybe as a big family. It isn't one of those where you go with like 3 people either. It's a case of if you go back with everyone, sort of thing. So that was nice. How can I not score, by the way? How am I struggling against Smalling at the back? This is my last game as well. Because I've got this like Nishiga playing. Nishibashiai. Imagine if the Nicki Minaj guy tried to say Michi Batshuayi. Nishi Bashai. Oh, don't concede now to João Felix, please. Squeaky bump down. By the way, you just pause it just after AI's taken the penalty, and then you can just unpause it and dive that way. I'm not going to do that, just because I'd rather win based on my inability of being able to take good penalties. Left. He's missed anyway. Yeah, Arsenal are so dead. I don't get how they won that, to be fair. Oh. Let's go left again. They're not expecting me to go left. I mean, it's the AI. They can literally save this whenever they like. Penalties look not exactly. Yeah. Right. Easily right. This is on world class, and they miss all 3 penalties. What's the point? What's the point in taking it to penalties when it does that? Yeah, Liverpool youngsters are players for the future. I'd be surprised if they're not snapped up at the end of this season by West Ham, Crystal Palace, them sorts of teams. Oh, I'm into Elite too. Oh, they're nice. Why is squad battle such a pain to play? It just is. It's just long and it's lengthy. Can you kick the guy? Who? Kick who? Don't think they won't do go because of Coppola. Liverpool College is a school. 27 packs, what are you doing? I'm saving packs. The only way they move is by going on like, yeah, that's what I mean. If they get loan deals, I'm not saying they 100% just bun off Liverpool. I'm just saying I'm surprised if people like Crystal Palace, West Ham, Everton, them sort of teams, they'll try and pick up these youngsters and try and play them. But it's seemingly, yes, I'm waiting till the end. I'm waiting till the weekend when they're all available. Yeah, I've heard he's gone on loan. Yeah, you'd be stupid to open them now unless you're unless you're a FIFA YouTuber. How much do you quick sell for? I'm losing 400 coins here. Worth of 100 and 100. Yeah, not one team of the year. You're stupid if you buy packs and or open them today. You're just as likely to get Messi today as you are on Friday. Except you're also available to get all the other ones as well. I've got to see him. I've got to see him play him a little bit more now. Oh yes. So you dickhead. Mason Mount's a poor man's Mark Noble, just saying. Completely different players, but we'll go with it. Keane. Roy Keane. Do. Is he below 500 yet? No. He's still there. I reckon I can list him up for about 5:30 and he'll sell. But tomorrow night, Optimum now not being in team here, doesn't deserve it. Didn't play anywhere near as good last season. Why'd you buy Keno? You'll see if you watch today's Road to Glory episode. Go and check it out and you'll find out. Alright, Grealish over Mount. Currently, yeah. Current form, yeah. Mount had a very good start to the season, dropped off a little bit. Yeah, he's a GOAT, but it's team of the year, not team of the decade. Oh, I can see that. I can see that being what EA does. I can see that now. After team of the year for a week, then team of the decade, everyone just gets flashback team of the year cards. There's a Messi, there's a Ronaldo, there's Iniestas, but only players that are currently in the game. That whistle slaps. What's 12th man did you select? I selected doodum 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 Sterling. Because I think I'd prefer Sterling personally. Joe, what year are you in, lad? Team of the decade would set the FIFA community. It certainly would. I can see it happening. Favorite rap album of the decade. I can't give you an answer. Do some beatbox. No. Haha, heavy that. Have you tried Baggio? Baggio, underrated icon in this game. Gin or Jake Paul? I'd rather down a bottle of gin than even meet Jake Paul. Heavy's the head. Oh, devil speaks like this, mate. I'm devil, mate. What's you on about, mate? Oh, Gib or Jake Paul? Gib, 100%. I said gin. I'd rather down gin. Look, you gotta do that in the I'm trying to, yeah. Manager of the decade. Ooh, Pep. You can't not give it Pep for this decade. Last decade was Alex Ferguson every day of the week. This decade, you could argue Mourinho, but he fell off just as quickly as he got up there. So for me, it just depends on if you still rate Mourinho. It's between Pep and Mourinho, personally. Mourinho did well at the start. Pep's done well throughout. But then again, he's the type of player that did it with money. That's how you can argue it. Best story about my best mate. It's too many. Last season, for sure. Yeah, last decade, yeah, certainly Sir Alex. Jesus, I couldn't say that word then. Could you hear me? Score using Spanish players in 2 separate rivals' wins to earn a flashback Iniesta on a 7-game loan. Have we done Trossard? Nope. Ronaldo getting team of the week? Probably, yeah, he'll definitely get team of the week. In which case, we'll pick him in our red picks, and then he'll be up front next to Drogba, won't he? Right, let's make a Mexican MLS team, shall we? Let's see if I got a text message off the missus. I haven't. Oh, she's been a boring cunt. Haroldinho, if I pull him in my red picks, I'll donate $100 to me. Oh, thank you. That's a lot of money. Thank you, Ethan Young. Can you drive? Yes. By the end of 2020, you'll have 1 million subs. Won't, but okay. Where are you thinking Chelsea will finish this season? And happy with Werner and Sancho links? Yeah, happy with both of those. Not really happy with the Inter Milan link. Do you at least like Copperbergs? Yes, I do like the mixed fruits Copperbergs. But I wouldn't. I'd choose Pepsi over them. Would you say that to her face? Reckon she'd rock, but she fucking wouldn't. I can't remember what I said. I drive a Kia Picanto. Take that. We're linked with a certain Let's change formation. Let's go for a 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. Obi tries real name, no gimmicks. Till trailer park girls go round the outside. Round the outside. Round the outside. Picants are alright. I was looking at them for my first car, but with the Corsa. Of course you did. Opinions on Arteta? Starting to think you snorted a line of coke before the stream. Not gonna lie. No, I'm just bubbly. I'm naturally high. Could you imagine? I couldn't imagine me on coke. You know. I think I'd honestly die. I'd be like, my brain would just implode. I'm just knackered. I think that's what it is. I'm just ridiculously tired now. And I need to sleep, but I can't sleep until I go and pick my girlfriend up. I probably do. No longer an Everton fan, being beat by Liverpool kids, now supporting Wexford. Jeez, how many people think I've done drugs? Was that a question if have I ever done drugs? No. What political party am I like? Or do I like? That's a completely different question. I'm not letting my political preferences be known. Not that there's anything bad. It's just there's no need for it. There's no need for many other people to know. Yeah, Lib Dems. Yeah, Lib Dems. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's 6 and 5. I've done this the wrong way. Harry is joking. Yes, rage using my emojis. That's what you get. That's what you get if you're a fan of the channel and you join and you become a member. Right, that Funes Mori looks okay, to be fair. That Rodriguez also looks very good. That Pabon looks very good. Has there a centre mid? There is. Let's go to a 4-3-3-4 instead. Go Pavon. Left mid. Striker. No. 4-3. That one. Beautiful. No, I need wingers. Let's go 4-3-2-1. I keep switching, I apologise. Centre forward there. Funes Mori a bit better centre mid. No, I might as well get rid of him. Is there any decent centre mids? I will be the new leader. Do it. You be the new leader. You go for it, mate. What's stopping you? You'll do. Thank you. Perfect links. Great link there. My wife's going to labour. Got to go. Okay, Dylan. See you later. I hate Spurs, blah, blah, blah. If I get decent rivals, I 1 foot champs. Would you want to have account for rewards? If I got a different rivals and 1 foot champs, yeah, go for it. I'll open your rewards. Guess who's back? Back again. 6 MX, 5 MLS players. Okay. Need the 5 MLS here now then. Bang. Oh, no. Way past it. Schweinsteiger is a centre back. No. Him and Parker actually would link really well together. But Opara. Now there's a player. Van Dijk easily packed him out of an 80+ player pick. Okay. Xbox is for beta. Yeah, to be fair. You're not wrong. Big up Roadman Jesse, 100%. Thoughts on Inter Miami? Reserving judgment because we're not entirely sure about them as of yet. You know, you can't say they're going to be good or bad because we don't know enough about them yet. Oh, that's the squad builder challenge, isn't it? Lodero. There's only one cornetto. Try teach your dad with your right hand. Try reaching your D-pad with your right hand. Packed Virgil van Dijk in a 5k pack. Tweet me or it didn't happen. Pedro from Chelsea's linked with them. Fair play to them for that then. That's a class signing for them. Chara. Chara Zard. Bantal. Oh, that gets perfect chem. That's class. I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go and get it now then, lads. I'll prove it. I got Virgil van Dijk in a playpick. Trust. Do it then. I'm leaving because of you. Bye. Bye. I'm on the Xbox. You watch text? No. No, I don't. What a Saudi league. This isn't a Saudi league. Jesus. Calm your titties. This is my MX. I need to change the name. I've just done the Saudi League one. We're just redoing it. MLS MX. Luke, what's your Instagram? ASClamar. What teacher were you trained to be? PE teacher. Because you know the lazy ones that say they teach PE and then don't do no. Right, Pabon. Martin. He's actually got a pretty sick card for a cam card. Good agility, okay balance. For an 80 rated centre foot champs pick. Looks like if I to take Pepsi to World War 3. With me all the way, boys. What do you work as now? Sales assistant, but you need to get a job in IT. Pepsi Rocket. Fruit Twist, best drink. It's not my... yeah, it is my second go-to drink. I think Pepsi's a better all-rounder. Luke, meet and greet, please. Yeah, one day. Playing the card games? Yes, the new one. Love football, hate Shearer. We're not still on that, are we? 100%. Pepsi is better than Coke. You know what? New opinion from me. Yes, it is. I'd have usually said no, but I've had Coke again recently. It just gives me a headache now. I don't like Coke Zero, so I have full fat Coke and it just gives me a headache. Rooney and Zlatan for MLS. No, Rooney's just signed for Derby and Zlatan's just signed for AC Milan, so that's not going to happen. United to beat City tomorrow. Come on, United. Oh, yeah, it's that. Can you tell this between Coke and Pepsi? Yes. 100%. I don't know this guy's first name. Could be anyone. Jamie Costa. Not the right guy. Forrester going up. It's sweeter, so best. Yeah. Ooh. Has really got a special card yet? No, I can't. Glamour Defa voted Brexit pie. Yeah, probably did. No, not anymore. It's no longer an ASMR stream because have you tried lemon and mango iced tea? My nose is getting so blocked again now. Look. Are you going to work in IT in a school? I don't know. If the job arises and it's good pay, then yeah. If I were you, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you're a really talented content creator, so have you ever seen just a FIFA YouTube channel? No ASMR, you could attract more of an audience. No, I haven't got the time. Check my Instagram message, share the stream. I'm checking my Instagram messages. Ooh. Yeah, a bit dead. Who the fuck is that centre back? Get Varane. Oh no, you need the link. You need the link to the centre back. Temporary. Class is permanent. Form is temporary. Class is permanent. You know what I mean? Domino's, Papa John's, or Pizza Hut. Ooh. Domino's takeaway. Pizza Hut to eat in. Papa John's, if it's the only thing around. Zlatan has a screen card for like 120. I'm not spending 120k on a semi-permanent team. Opera. Opera. Yeah, that guy. Aaron Wan-Bissaka will have Sterling in the pocket. Yes. 40 minutes after the game ends. I just texted you on Instagram. Did you? Let's read that then. I'm watching now. Thank you. I'm going to turn my DMs off soon. Just because I get some absolutely abusive. Oh, here we go. I'm Rob Hefferson stream after about holidays. Good chat. She's transferring it. No worries, Robbie. Do you know as many people say, like, there's a voice that you read your comments out in? For me, it's just my own voice. To be honest, Pizza Hut would have £5 pizza. Exactly, £5 pizzas are banging. I'm not answering anymore. Apologies. Well, I just bought a Para, did I not? MLS. Yup. Rodriguez. We'll get rid of Pabon then. Where's he gone? Oh, I've got Vea. And Nani. And Pavon. Not Pabon. If you know what that's from, then big ups to you. Rodriguez and whoever that guy was meant to be. I had his red. Pabon is OP. O. P. To the S to the A to the E. If you're a big fan of, what do you call it? Corrupt FM. Big up. S to the E to the X to the C. That's sexy. And the baddest MC in the galaxy. Absolutely. His name's Martin. Of course it is. What FIFA YouTubers do you watch? I watch a lot of Nepenthes, if anyone at all. Got a dead eye on him, thank you. Oh, he's a cam. Let's apply the consumable then. Let's go to positioning. Cam to centre forward. Anyone packed the team of the year? No, we haven't. I'm so close to 500. Oh, that's good on you. Everyone go and subscribe to Ethan Young. I want to try and hit 10k by Feb. Where do you finish in Champs? Gold 3. Brayton. Right, guys. Bateson87 here is a pedo. I know you're an OG Syndicate viewer. Yeah. I'm partial. You find Pepper's boring. See, I don't watch Pieface. Must admit, not my cup of tea. Watched a few of his streams, watched a few of his videos that, like, you know, the talks he's done. Just a bit too bubbly and lively for me at times. Same with, like, Matt and Thingy from Matt and Chris from, what's it? 2Sync. For me, they're just too. Their voices go through me a little bit. Props to them, they get views, they do well. But not my cup of tea, far from it. You know, but at the end of the day, they do well. You can't say they don't. MEX Mexico. Special right back. Did I already get it? The Manc accent's, but yeah. I just find it a little bit annoying, that's it. That's all it is. Nepenthes I find thoroughly entertaining. He usually says it how it is, and I like that. It's quite a blunt. Subscription. Thank you ever so much for... Where's it gone? I can't see his subs. Oh, Frankie TWD. 14,250, 1,400. Any of these with... no, we'll draw you. Can even go 3 words for a video? Possibly, but I've already got quite a few people lined up, funnily enough, which I didn't expect. These will all be done hopefully tomorrow night, by the way. Tune in for a stream tomorrow night. I'm going to be finishing these off. Castro spent 800k FIFA points on the pack team. Yeah, are you sure it's 800? Because a lot of people have been telling me a lot of different things tonight now. Jesus, do you want Lampard sack? No, 100% no. He's the best thing we can have right now. He's giving the right people the time. Opinions on Kurt. Oh, see, as much as I do agree with a lot of points he makes, it's the same way that other... See, the thing is, he makes the point where that everyone else makes, except he takes the aggression with it, right? Which is fair enough. There are times where you do need to make a standpoint, you do need to make it clear, okay? But if he has got that stronger views on things, a lot of his argument was the fact that people still play the game, and that's one of the issues, is they never end up listening because people still end up playing the game. Yet he himself still plays the game. That in itself is hypocrisy at its finest. Not that he's a hypocrite, but it's just the way he can come across. Similarly, I don't know, I find it a little bit cringe. Yes, he's right to have a rage. Yes, he was completely in the wrong for doing what he did and for saying what he has done. That's about it. Loftus Lawyer, what's the score? Cheers. I've got to reset an English mock exam tomorrow. Rather watch this. Fair dues, B Frank. Are you streaming tomorrow? Yes, I'll stream tomorrow. Anyway, what's the score? I'm literally about to end the stream. I've got to go pick my girlfriend up from town. And... Oh, there we go. That's fine. I've got an email on my second account. That was one of the best series about. It was. I haven't been a fan of it this season, but I haven't really been keeping up with it, so maybe I need to keep up to date. Yes, brother, watching this whilst feeding my 6-month-old daughter. I put one of your videos close to hers about 2 weeks ago. No lie, she listened to it all the way through. Big up, Connor. How you doing, bro? I haven't seen you in a while. Big up the support. How is she doing? Has it really been 6 months since we did that stream and you said that you had to leave? Because no way. How are you doing? I'll stay for 2 minutes, just because I wanna find out. Do you watch Nick 2080? No, I must say Nick 2080 is probably one of the only players I don't watch. I just find this content a little bit too over the top. I like the Pep Fez's. It's quite down to earth. It's quite not. I wouldn't say calm. It's very raging at times, but it's quite vanilla. Vanilla enough anyway. Favorite sideband member? Oh, for me, in terms of comedy, it's between Rotashaw and Ethan. I find them two the funniest. In terms of single player and watching actual playthroughs, between Ethan, Josh and Simon, I'll always watch them. I watched Ethan's, what was it called? What's that horror game called? Outlast. That was one of the best series Ethan's done. Until Dawn, I think a few of them have tried that and played that. What's the plan for that, Keen? Sell it as quick as I can. Try to recoup any money I can. Similarly, for appreciation and work rate, Vic and Zerka are the GOATs. The amount of effort that goes into all of their videos, even if it's not a banging video, their work ethic and content, I'll say this, content management the way that they can have daily videos that are specific and so quick to be uploaded is something that I've really tried to up my game the past sort of like 3 months. Ethan's very underrated for his actual playthroughs of games. I just wish he'd post a lot more of them. But yeah, Vic and Zerka, goats, absolute goats. Coming up to the end, Connor, I'm very glad to hear that little Nelly is doing very good, and apparently he's very, very chilled out. That's what I like to hear. The worst thing is a 6-month-old absolutely screaming and crying at the top of their lungs, but I suppose you've had a lot of that. So anyway, Vardy's kind of slacking this late in the game. You got any planned solid stream, by the way? Yes, if I can get Trent for as cheap as possible, then I'll try. That'll be my next upgrade, is striker and right cam. That whole right side needs a bit of a look at. But anyway, sorry Bailey, I've got to go. Have a good one, Harry. I think I literally seen every single Sam and Sunday video and all of Road to Shore, JJ and Ethan's vids. The more boring for me is Toby. You know what? I do think Toby is underrated. I do think that the content he brings is good. I don't know, he seems to ghost a lot and then come back with... See, this is what I'll say. He's very good. He can be a little bit boring. Not that I want to say he's boring. But the content that he puts out specifically tends not to cater towards me. And that's fine. You know, there are people out there that will watch his content. But anyway, see you guys later. I shall catch you later. Good. Bye.